Sheesh.
Kenny, we're here. Wake up, everyone.
Your hair looks nice.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Been trying to take care of it after it's been dead for a while.
Girl, me.
Like, thanks, that coconut milk. No,
Did you just get your hair done?
No, I straightened it.
Oh, it's because you did a video with your hairdresser where she's all shaky and you started dancing.
Oh, that was like from a while ago. She just posted it.
Oh, she just posted it.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I swear I saw a video too.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Because right now when you got off the elevator, I was like, the hair looks, the roots, I can see the roots. Thinking like, I just saw the video. There's no way it grew out that fast.
You said I could see your roots.
Yeah, nah, I didn't even do my hair that day.
Oh, she just curled
it.
All right. My fault. All right. Listas.
Dale.
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jona, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast, your boy Jona.
And your girl Les, and we have Bree here.
Hello, you guys.
Once again, she's been here before, so y'all might know her.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. I have not done this with you.
I know, we have not been in the same room before.
Yeah, just Jona.
Just that guy.
Sorry.
just
that guy. I'm excited. I was like, because I was be having questions, man. Like the girly, the girl, like
Leslie be having them.
Like not saying you don't have them, Jona.
I got the sauce.
Relax, Jona.
Jona, we started to
like the juicy girly.
You know,
questions.
yeah.
That only the girls will know.
To ask. I got you. Right. That's why we,
exactly
acquired in trade.
Right.
That's why this pod goes round. All right. Let's see. So first of all,
so off rib, how you been? It's been a minute. I haven't seen you since October.
Yeah.
The Jaripeo. You know what's crazy? You really won the tickets for the guys thinking that we don't give up.
Bro, I was like,
oh yeah.
I was literally like,
she hit me up. She's like, hey, do you guys have extra ticket? I was like, you can enter the thing. And I was like, wow, she won.
No, you did.
And literally I entered. I was like, man, I never win these things. I was like, I never win these things, whatever. I was like, if I end up going, I end up going. And then he texted me, he's like, hey, yo, you won. And I was like,
she said, I'm ready.
I got some plans.
I said, look
my botas are on.
No, for real. I was like, dang, that means I gotta go get an outfit. Dang, where are my botas? I was like,
girl,
where are my botas?
I was supposed to bring your jacket. Did I?
Girl, I forgot about it.
It might be in my car. It might not.
I'll see you at church.
Something. No, it's in my car, I think.
Okay. I was like, dang, I forgot about the jacket.
Because you dipped. We're not going to say too much, but.
Well, no, yeah.
She just had to go home.
I just saw a shadow of smoke. And I was like, Bree?
Disappeared. She just went poof. Bippity boppity gone.
I was having too much fun. And that's when I was like,
it's time to go.
Time to go home. It's time to go somewhere.
It was time to go. It wasn't even, I was like drinking too much. Like I just felt it in me. Like I was like, dang, the music is getting to me. I'm
gotta go.
I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. But no, I had so much fun with y'all that day. It was great.
Thank you for joining us.
I haven't been to a ranchero event like banda in a while. So I was like,
you needed it.
I needed it real bad.
That was fun. I had a very good time. Yeah. I was supposed to leave early, like 10, like go home by 10. They just kept getting later and later and later, and I was like 1 in the morning.
That.
Oh, I was like, it's always like that.
Well, it's because I had to catch a flight at 3 in the morning.
I remember that, but like,
so he kept
your wife was like, "Oh, we'll make it." I said, "Okay, man."
Yeah, like, they were like on the same page.
Yeah, no, it looked like she was, but Jona was like, "We gotta go," and she was like, "Yeah, we'll get there, we'll get there." And I was like,
it was a rough flight. To be honest.
I'm sure,
but I knew she made it though. I was like, I saw her story the next day. I was like, yeah, she made it.
As long as you made it.
Yeah, that's why. As long as you're on the plane, the rest
don't matter.
Exactly.
How you're feeling when
you'll figure it out later and shit. That was fun.
Have you guys ever missed a flight? I feel like I hear a lot of people miss their flights.
I'm married to Kat. So if you don't know Kat, there's no fucking way I'm missing a flight.
That's why, like the way she was just saying, I was like, there's no way she's gonna miss it.
Bro, we're there.
Thank God I haven't.
Mad on time.
Like
she's
too
like, you never
early.
know. Yeah, she's like, you never know. You never know that. What if there's a long line?
That's true. Then they cancel your stuff. Then you gotta book another one.
That's not possible. I came close though, but it was with my boy. Hey, rest in peace, my boy Angel. Today's his 1 year anniversary. With him actually, we were coming back from Oklahoma, and we were sitting next to the gate. Here's the gate. Here's us, and we're just fucking bullshitting on our phone. And they go, last call for Angel Sanchez and Jonathan Ojeda. And we're all like, when was the first call, bitch? I'm right here. What you mean? We almost missed our flight. and we were sitting next to the door.
Just waiting.
That's actually insane, bro.
That's like a neg, bro. There's no way.
That's how distracted we were, though, because we were just on our phones, like, bullshitting.
El pinche
teléfono. El vicio.
I now the more I get, like, the more I grow, it's so true.
She was right.
Like, you know what, Mom?
You're right.
Right. Pinche teléfono.
No, it does be getting us.
I miss a lot of exits por el pinche teléfono, if I'm being honest. I'll be like, fuck. And I got to do a big ass. Yeah.
All the way around.
You know, ever since I grew up more, like, in Dago and everything, and I've learned my ways more, like, I don't use maps as much anymore.
Okay.
But I'll really, like, once we get past the limits, I'm missing every
once we
exit.
get past 8,
like, once I get past, like, the most Del Mar, I'm like,
that's it, guys.
I feel like las abuelitas, that's like
looking
and driving.
Pero pónmelo, mija.
Y luego te vas, like, all the way to LA. Oh, it's worse, bro. Like,
all the exits, huh?
They don't match. They don't match.
I turned into a whole different number all of a sudden.
I feel like all the guys are like, now they match.
No, have you ever tried using maps in TJ?
No,
it's absolutely not. It's giving you one street. You look up at the street name and it's not it.
It's because their blocks are smaller. So
blocks are smaller. It's not even the street.
Yeah,
sometimes.
No, it's not even a street. It's just
because you look, you're like, here it comes, and then you look back up, and it was back there.
And it was already back there, and it's just a dirt road.
I stopped using maps ever since the first time I used it. It brought me to the Sentry line, and I got my ass yelled at by the freaking board. Thank God we got off with the warning, but they were like, you know what? Like, if this wasn't your first time, you would have paid $5,000 fine. And I looked at our driver because they were driving us from a wedding, and my homeboy, and I looked at him. I was like, that would have been out of your pocket because $5,000.
I would have just been like, yeah, just bill me. You'll get it when you get it, bro. Like everything knows.
Take me in.
It was one of those white folks giving us shit for it. Like, bro, you see,
like they were gonna.
You see my Mexican self, but I'm over here speaking straight English. Like, come on, like.
You know I'm American, bro.
Like, come on.
Let me slide.
Exactly. But then our homeboy too, like, no offense, like he was our black homie. Like, he was like, yes, ma'am, and I was like, I was trying not to get mad, and I was just like,
you're like, okay,
yes, sir.
But he let y'all through.
He did.
That's
so I was like, you know what?
All that matters.
But it was because I prayed for it, though. I was like, in reality,
nah. So you're welcome.
So it was
I didn't do that.
Exactly. If I didn't do that, nah.
It was God.
That's funny.
$5,000 is crazy, though.
$5,000 is crazy. I don't even like going to TJ for the same reason.
If anything, to make me reverse, and I'll go all the way back, bro. Don't give me no $5,000.
Tell them I'm gonna bust the bitch right here.
Yeah.
Que se quiten. I'll go
Let
all
me
the way
know.
around.
Like, escort me if you got to, bro. I'll go back. Like, I'll go back.
Do they even have a way back?
No.
That's why I was like, bro, I don't mind. Like, let me go for it. You could guide me.
Or just put me to the side. Let an hour of cars go by. and then
it'll add up.
As a punishment, like, I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Whatever's going to be over there, I'll wait right here.
Make it worth them $5,000.
Oh, my gosh.
Fuck no.
Border's getting more strict, though.
I hate going to TJ for that just to cross. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't mind.
That is
going.
a whole pedo.
I realize now, though, the way I could, like, since I don't have my passport yet, the way I could get through it is literally driving through, but then I gotta walk back.
Yeah, that's what my sister.
Because in the box, the person's like, "Yeah, all you need is your ID." I'm like, "Y'all should do that over there in the car line. Like, we need if we don't got it, then
umbilical cord,
this. Like,
you have to have your mom with you.
Where's your passport? And I'm like, I get a whole lecture if I'm in the car doing this. Like, I was like, nope, you got your ID, you're good. I'm like,
my sister, she has Sentry. Everybody in my family has Sentry except me and my wife, Kat. And so she'll be like, just walk across. The line is longer than the fucking car one. When we've gone,
no, usually I feel like cuando me toca, the walking is shorter.
And she's rushing us. Hurry up. Okay. What the fuck does that mean, dude?
I can't do it.
You want me to just like jump in front of people?
Hey, excuse me.
My sister said I gotta
hurry up. So let me through.
I gotta go.
Oh, I hate going.
Not waiting in that line with kids though.
Oof.
With the walk one or the car one?
Both. Either one.
Both of them.
No, mainly the car. I don't think I've gone across walking with them. I would not do that. But the car.
I feel like that'd be more stressful.
Yeah, I think I'd be like, guys, here's some chips. Here's another bag of chips. Here, you get a third bag of chips.
Get us some ice cream. The guy selling ice cream right here.
Whatever you want.
No.
2 hours of that.
But speaking of flights, actually, the one time I took a flight with my kids by ourselves, my son was probably like 2. So my daughter was like 4, and it was just me and them. We were going through CBX, but I know that the check-in, I didn't know because it was our first time in CBX. When you're crossing through CBX, it gives you an earlier check-in time, like a whole hour before. Oh. And But I didn't realize that until the day of, because I'm thinking our flight's at this time, so I'm gonna be there 2 hours before, and then I check the check-in, and it's like a whole third hour before, right? So now I have like 15 minutes left for the check-in. Me in my head, because
I was gonna say it's not mandatory. It's just in case there's like a lot of people.
No, but I didn't know that. Like in my eyes, it looks like my flight is leaving in 15 minutes. Like that's what it looks like. I didn't know that. It's completely different. Yeah. So I'm running through the airport with my kids, sprinting. Like I feel like I was so defeated that day. And I went up to the lady and I was like, oh, like, ¿ya abordaron? She's like, no, todavía falta. And I'm like, pinche madre. So now I'm waiting in the airport with my kids for like 3 hours.
3 hours.
Either way.
Wow.
Either way, I was bamboozled.
I saw in your story though that you didn't have your passport once. That one true?
Girl, don't remind me.
Oh,
but I have it now.
Okay.
Because I prayed.
No, because I saw exactly.
Right.
God, we ain't gotta go and do it.
No,
man.
I did pray. I tried to scam the system,
and it didn't work.
And it didn't work. Not in a bad way,
but
a little bit.
Yeah.
But
scam is a scam.
Nah, it wasn't like a full scam because I didn't get away with it. You know, I tried.
What type of scam? You know,
there's different levels.
The good way and the bad way.
And then there's like the middle, the one I like to ride on.
I didn't get my passport then, so then I waited, and I finally got it. So we good now. So wherever y'all want to take me, invite me. I'm going.
Bed. No, but I saw that and I was like, dang. That's
I got a lot of DMs about that.
I was like, I need to get mine because
a lot of people DM me about that. They're like, she's a grown woman. She should know she needs a passport. I was like, chill out.
Nah.
Back then I was like hella defending her. I was like, chill out. I'd be like, pues sí, esta pendeja que quieres. I don't. Es mi pedo.
I think a lot of people told me too, like, oh shit, good thing you told me because I wouldn't have known. Because a lot of people just travel with the passport card.
Yeah.
Not the book.
Yeah. Does that not work?
No, you need the book.
The card is literally only for Mexico.
Like, you see,
thank God I know like that.
Like, what? I'm like, I bet people didn't know that. I bet people didn't know that.
I fear it's common knowledge.
That's fine.
Okay. Sure. Right.
That was funny though.
But no, yeah, overall though, I've been great.
So overall, I'm good though.
I've been great. I've never missed a flight, thank God.
No?
No.
That's what's up.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm a very like
on time.
But like if the flight gets Thank God it hasn't been delayed, canceled on me either.
Oh shit!
But if it does, I ain't freaking going. What? I gotta pay for another flight.
Yeah,
you gotta pay for my other flight.
They really make you pay for another flight?
That's what I don't know because I've never happened. No. But I've seen someone like when it gets canceled, you do have to pay for it, even though they give you like discounts, or if they do have another flight, they'll give it to you. But if they have nothing, then like you gotta purchase. Yeah, that I heard.
I've seen where they give you because
like a voucher.
We went to La Paz and on the way back it got delayed like 8 hours. And they're like, if you can wait, if you stay the night, they're telling people if you stay the night, we'll give you a voucher for like this amount, and you'll stay for free at whatever hotel they put you in, or you just wait till the next one. We didn't want to stay, so we just got the next flight. But a lot of people are like, yo, I'll take that voucher because it's almost enough for like a whole new other round trip.
Yeah. I can stay another day. I'm gonna stay.
True, but some don't be doing that, so I'm like, I gotta pay.
Excuse
you gonna cancel my flight and I gotta pay. You're crazy. But thank God it's never happened to me.
That's like one place I think I don't want to ever like cause a scene or smoke is the airport because then you get like put on the no fly list.
Yeah.
And then you really fuck.
You can't fly anywhere.
Yeah, you gotta take the bus home. That's crazy.
Not even that. You can't go nowhere. No. Imagine you're out of the country though.
Definitely.
You don't have to figure it out, queen.
Like, nah,
I might kick it there for like a week or two.
I'm like, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Have you guys ever taken like a long bus ride?
Just the one from LA to here.
Actually, yeah, the train.
The train.
That's like.
Yeah, actually, wait, what the fuck? I used to take the bus from TJ to Sinaloa.
Damn, that's a long ride.
I forgot about that.
That is. No, I've only taken like the train from here, like throughout the city. Aquí, nomás when I was little. But the train, like what is it called though? It's not the train. It's the
Amtrak.
Amtrak from here to LA. But I want to do it from like here to Washington.
Yeah,
Washington.
I've done it from here to like halfway to San Francisco.
Really?
It was like 8 hours. Yeah.
Dang. I've heard one that you could take like multiple Amtraks from here to New York.
Yeah,
it's gonna take days. Like it'll take days. But yeah,
but that sounds like an
that's on my bucket. Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but it's boring, bro. Like from here to LA, you're like kind of still in that excited 3-4 hour ride because you're looking out the window like, oh, this is nice. But after like a day of that, you're gonna be like, fuck, bro, you can't go nowhere.
I don't know. I'm a really like I could sit. Like I could,
for that long.
I could sit. But like I know they have like I said, it's like stops. So like, bro, like
but you can't
I'm a
get
very,
off.
I'm a very sight. Yeah, I'm a sightseer though.
But
like
you can't get off though.
I'll start thinking and like I'll start overthinking about like good things.
How beautiful
I'm like,
it is.
wow. I'm like, no way people live
to
here.
be here.
Like,
Yeah.
You start really reflecting though too. Like, dang, I got 3 days to like heal
soaking
from
it in.
stuff. I got 3 days.
Now
to
you're
heal,
right, bro.
like,
I be thinking like that too.
I got 3 days to talk with God and really work on some
If
things.
that's anywhere you're gonna do that, is on a
train that where I'm not doing
because there's nothing else to do. You're just kind of like
exactly.
But you have to be like prepared for that.
Yeah,
obviously,
but
mentally.
That's a long ride. Yeah, they do have one from here to Washington. Kat's been like, let's take it. I was like, babe, no, absolutely not, dude.
It's an adventure.
Why not?
Something different.
At least it's not days.
That's true, but fuck.
It's a few hours. Though. But like,
I took a bus from Mazatlan to Mexico City, and that was miserable.
How long is that?
Like 10 hours.
Dang.
It was fuck.
pero también it's like a different ciudad. Like, you know, like
You see different stuff.
different. Probably the train there is not the same as.
No, it's a bus.
Oh, you see the bus?
The bus.
The bus
bro.
is not the same as the train
like
where
that. You're like down the
Dennis,
bus.
you got
bro.
nice chairs and you.
Yeah, at least the train is like you
You
can
can
like
kick your feet up if you wanna.
if you pay a little extra, they give you like a room you can go and sleep
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
I don't know that part.
It's like first class. It's like first class. It's a little cheaper, but still a little expensive. But
Yeah.
same thing though.
in. Yeah, as long as it's cheaper than a flight, straight. It's a win.
Facts.
Well, honey, with that, just kidding. Tell us about your life. What's new? You got some new
My man, or
not too much now.
Chill out.
I ain't gonna lie, now that we like here or whatever.
No, yeah,
When we did the gym vlog, it was like my manniness to like
I'm like I'm getting like
Pobrecita, mi
secondhand
amiga.
embarrassed.
No, we go through it.
Nah, like
I
I
know about
was.
I did that shit too.
was.
My man,
I was
my
in
man.
love and was.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
just kidding. No, but I was.
I was.
Life lessons, bruh. You know, just to not talk ill because the man is now
Obviously.
married. And
Oh, that was fat, my boy.
And I was-
Toxic King's up.
don't piss me off.
Let's go now.
You were just like his last test, finding his wife.
That's trial and error.
Yeah, which was me.
I'm not laughing at you. Just like that's
no.
fast,
Honestly, I
bro.
gotta laugh through it now because else, like, I'll go
'Cause what
start
else?
crashing out in my head. But
Yeah.
no, like, yeah. So just for that, I went through a lot though. I went through a lot because of that. Basically, I was in a chokehold. It was good, you know, honeymoon stage.
Of course,
It's,
yeah.
You know, oh my
Ilusionan,
gosh,
yeah,
oh
my
gosh.
man.
You know, and as like I said, walking this walk with God, it's like, oh my gosh, you imperfect like a man of God. Like, gotta be perfect. Like, I see you praying for people and doing things. Like, you gotta be perfect. Yeah, no, like it wasn't, you know. It actually did a lot in my faith. Even though I was learning a lot and growing closer with God in some areas, I was still falling into sin more. But I was like using it as an excuse. I was like, oh, well, like, I fell short, but, like, you know, like, we're still praying through it. And I was just like, dang, like, overall, like, I realized, like, dang, I'm a hypocrite. Like, how am I gonna say that? But then I go to do it again.
Like, tu misma, you would cover your own.
Like, cover my, like, oh, like, you know? But overall, though, yeah, like, that was the first 6 months. And, like, yet, I wouldn't even say, like, there's so much underneath that I got done very bad. But as well, I just try to look at the very good, where it's like he did indeed like brought me closer to Christ, like in a lot of areas, you know. Introduced me to Spanish worship, like in a way where I grew up Catholic, so nunca like I never heard it like in some ways, you know. I heard it in like the temple, like
the same couple songs,
you know, like
the boring ones, bro.
Yeah, like which are still great. But like the ones now, I don't know. It's like, bro, Spanish worship is so different. Like,
yeah, you can connect
You know?
to it so much different.
And I'll cut this out if you
you're
don't
good.
want it. I thought he was Asian. I don't know why, bro. Maybe because of the cars. That's how I love. Like,
we had you can go back to our first interview. I'm like, no, I like the bad boy Latinos, even though he was not.
That's what.
But like,
I thought because of the car scene, I thought he was Asian for some reason.
Really? I never
racist
got that. A little bit. Tokyo has drift.
Are you racist?
My bad, bro. My king.
Nah,
no, cut that.
he was one of those Mexicans, like street car guys.
Yeah.
Pero también tenía like vaquero in him, like a little bit. That he grew more into later on. But it was just, like towards the end of those, like after, we splitted ways, it was still like we still had a soul tie, like an attachment, we'd still do car events. So like, it was like a mind game. Like we'd be around and he'd be like, we'd be playing eye games with each other. And it was just like, it was still just, but then we feel like it went no contact. And then it was, I found out about him being married. Like, honestly, I low-key got a little done dirty by like some people that I knew, and again, won't say names.
By not telling you?
Yeah, because they knew. And mind you, we had a Christmas event the next day, and I got told the day before, like at 8 p.m. Like, and it got landed on me, like just like, oh, okay, are you gonna come? Oh, okay, well, believe this person's married, and I go.
Can I like devil's advocate, like, and not even to like be rude, just in general?
Yeah.
Is it any of your business?
What do you mean any of
my business? He was married?
It wasn't, and that's why like
and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, like,
and it's none of my business because at the end of the day we were done 6 months ago.
6 months prior to
6 months the last time me and him had a conversation, I feel like we gotta be careful with the dates,
just because we don't want like.
I have nothing. I have
no. You have nothing to hide.
Yeah, and that's the end of the thing.
No, we don't.
You don't. I'm not here even saying my truth. I'm saying the truth, and that's a different thing. Hit
me with the nails.
I like that one.
But it's not even to throw shade, but it's just the truth of what happened. And even so, like, I'm still going to honor him in that way because God calls us to honor each other regardless, and to, at the end of the day, see each other as brothers and sisters, even though it took me a minute to still, like,
hold on, accept that.
Like, okay.
The eye twitch and everything.
But no, like, before I found out 2 months ago, we were still, like, he still got in contact with me, even though it wasn't, like, we met up and everything. It was still like,
I could see that,
it was still a communication, and like if it was like a little bit of hope, in a way. But yeah, like I got 2 months after that is when I got dropped, and I was like, huh?
Like I get why it wouldn't be your business, but at the same time, it's more just like I'm sure whoever told you was more just like, I'm sure you're gonna feel some kind of way because you guys were gonna be in the same place, right?
Literally,
yeah, you're gonna feel some kind of way. So either way, no matter how long it could have been, like, at least let her know, and whatever she decides to do, and if she's comfortable.
Exactly.
I think,
so it's not so much like your business like that, but
No, I agree, and I was just asking, but I do see the point where you're just kind of like, because then it makes you think, like, was that person around the whole time?
No, and she was like, I
was. No, what I'm saying, like, it does make you go through like questions of like, wait, how can this happen so fast? Like, I don't even like
whether it was 4 months, 2 months, however. It's like, wait,
you
had a talking stage,
and I got all of those questions answered because I knew his wife, and it was someone that was doing already damage to when we were in a relationship. So it was just that where it's like, damn, I was right. Like, I was right.
And it's so sad.
And it's
because you don't think it.
Yeah. Or like, it's like, oh, I wouldn't want to. Like, no way.
You wouldn't move that way, and you wouldn't, like, you just don't expect it.
Yeah.
And then boom.
And it only hurt me more, though, because this was a person that, like, I was trying to love, like, as Christ loves us.
Yeah.
And I think that, though, that's the most.
Her to him.
Yeah, me to him.
Okay.
And even though he was in ways doing the same, it was like I was doing literally more. I was like, handling situations the way literally God tells us to. I was literally, even though I wasn't perfect either, like in some arguments, still cussing and stuff.
Popping up.
But it was like I was still trying to be an example of how Christ says love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, does not boast, and love keeps no record of wrong. And it was that, like, I kept going back. And mind you, it was always, there was red flags every time. But I kept like, oh, like, it's okay. Like, I'm gonna have faith. Like, I'm gonna have faith.
I wonder if, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, real quick. I was just gonna say, también when it's like your first experience that way, or just the age where we're at, that we're like kind of barely learning and all of that, you do tend to give it more grace. It's like, wait, we're still trying to figure it out. So like, it's okay if he falls short here. Like, maybe next time,
right?
Because we're learning, right?
Right.
Which is fair too, because that's kind of how you level up, and that's how you grow up as partners. And like, eventually, when if you were to have had the wedding, like you reflect back on those things.
Right.
But you both have to want it just as much.
Exactly. And that's why, like, now fast forwarding to like me finding out everything, like the next day I still had to see the man. Like I wasn't believing it.
Is that hard?
It was very hard seeing, like, of course, like, oh, like they weren't joking with me. Like I was so bamboo. I was like, nah, y'all joking with me. Like,
come on, guys.
Nah, but like it was more so. It's that verse where it's like a lot of people like to say like, oh, the enemy's getting me, the enemy's lying to me. No, bro, we be making ourselves lie to like ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing to myself. I was like, nah, there's no way. There's no way. Like there's no way. And when I saw it in person, like it was like everything hit me in reality where it was like,
here,
damn, like this is for real. Like he literally got married this week. Like this, what? And it was that where I didn't say anything to him. I will hold myself accountable. I did say a petty response, like to like days after. Yeah, days after. Okay. But it was still nothing. And so like where it wasn't like F you or da 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 da. It was just calling him out for what it was. I was like, I was lied to. I was lied to for 6 months, thinking I was crazy over a female, which I really knew. And it was just that I was just calling him out in his sin. But even in that, God really showed me, like, corrected me, like, you're still wrong. Like, you should have just never said anything. Yeah. And I learned and that's what sucks, where it's like, so I gotta bite my tongue. It's that part also where it's like, that's also needing to turn your other cheek. And I couldn't. I was like so frustrated. Saw them at my job. That was a very hard test. And it wasn't like he did it on purpose. Like he didn't know I worked there, but like seeing them both come in, I was just like, bruh, the enemy's trying to get me. Like, I'm
like, what are the odds you're here?
And at that point, like my flesh, I'm like, oh, they lucky I'm at work, bro. They lucky I'm at work. But
sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No, you're good.
I have to get this thought out before I forget. What? I don't know why. Like, I feel there's people out there who would use that your way of thinking of like, no, I gotta be grace. Don't keep count of, what would you say?
Don't keep count of wrongs. Yeah.
Don't keep count of wrongs to like their advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could, I just, go to church with her and she'll be like, God's testing us or whatever. I honestly saw a couple at church not too long ago, and the guy was just like overly on, like hugging his girl and kissing her, and you could tell she was like not feeling it. Maybe it was like the setting, but it just looked like she was uncomfortable. They were sitting next to me,
right?
And he was just like, and she was just sitting there like, it just felt like, I feel like he fucked up, and I was like, babe, I'll go to church, like I'll change. Where she was just kind of like all right. He was just like, oh, like listen, and like hugging her and kissing, trying like too much. So I feel like those are the kind of guys who would like do some stupid shit and be like, oh, babe, like.
Were you at church this past weekend?
When they went over about relationships and stuff, I heard it again in my life group, but I wasn't there. But I heard it, and it was so good. Yeah. Talking about boundaries and everything.
The one that clocked me, which is kind of similar to what you're saying, is like, you're gonna have that man that literally be like, well, I'm a man of God, and blah, blah, blah. And then you think, oh, this is a man of God, and you're gonna go and like, conquer the world, and you think you're loved. Boom, he was lying the whole time, and that's really the devil just testing you.
Hey, but even the demons believe, like, but it's really, it's seeing that, like, it was también, like, I'll say myself, like, it was me myself not wanting to see the truth, where honestly, now reflecting on it, God was showing me multiple signs again and again. And I was praying the same prayers again and again, not realizing, because I was like, nah, this is the devil. Like, no. But in reality, God's like, no. Like, and sometimes in that, God has to take a very hard experience. Like, it wasn't until that where it's like, okay, the soul tie's broken. Like, I feel nothing for this man anymore. Like,
It'd be like that.
And I still got, no offense, like, got so much shit for it, like, afterwards, because of how I felt. It was like, oh, Brie, like there was rumors coming out, and there was talk within like the people we knew. It's like, oh, because of the way
kind of blaming you.
Yeah, kind of was like, oh, Brie, like judging me for the way I was being, like, oh dang, like Brie. They found out that they went to my job, right, and they're like, oh, like Brie said, like, if only, like, judging me for the way I was handling that, hearing the news that he was married. And it's like, bro, like,
hinted to the wrong person.
Yeah, and I did. And I was, my lesson learned, not everyone, even though we're all brothers and sisters, not everyone is your 3 closest friends, that how Jesus had 3 closest friends that he really poured out to. And so again, lesson learned in my end.
You'll have the friends that was like, nah, you was 100% right to feel that way or even think like that. You didn't act on it. You just, I mean, we're human. We're going to have those thoughts of like, you lucky. Right?
Which are valid.
But then
which is our flesh. Yeah.
There's other people who are just like waiting for you to say that.
Waiting for you to mess up.
Like,
waiting for you to be like, you're not a woman like you see. Exactly. And that's the thing where it's like, I took it back though. Cause at the same time, I thank God that I take, constructive criticism really well, and of course I take the opinions of who are supposed to be my brothers and sisters like in, and so even though like yes I messed up for a split second, like I was able to catch myself and be like, all right, like shoot, I shouldn't act like that. And I took it a lot into like my private time with God, where it's like, yep, like I said, I was getting a lot of heat for it. We had an event coming up. He was talking down on my name a lot, calling me a liar, calling me I'm a crazy person, like, and I was like, what? Like,
what is crazy about this?
What like, you how are you're feeling guilty because
did you crash out?
Not to him, to the wrong people.
The only reason why is that
I crashed
I could
out
see somebody saying like, oh, she's
person.
crazy is because you crashed out on him, and the reaction was kind of like a lot for him.
I crashed out not in like a, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna like, I crashed out just verbally to the wrong person.
But even then, like,
but it still, they still took it like, he still took it like saying, you see, she hasn't moved on, like she's crazy, she shouldn't be a part of the team.
No.
She shouldn't be a part of the team.
The problem isn't that you did that. It's that person you told how they sent the message.
You know, telephone, and it went out.
Because they could have easily been like, well, yeah, you know, she felt away.
And even that same person though saw my growth, and like, you know what? When it took me like two weeks literally to really get over it, because I really took all that I was going with, the pain and stuff, to God, like, and it literally coming to Jesus, like literally laying everything down will literally heal you completely. How much you do. And the moment I really did that, especially in New Year's, like I went to the New Year's Eve worship, I spent that whole day like, I never want to feel this way. I really want to see him like as a brother again. Like, even if I don't ever again, like I don't want to hold this anger inside of me, because I know I'm not this person anymore. But this situation and the feelings I feel for this person is just making me this way. But then thank God that reality checks were coming at, like God was bringing in things, was like, you and him were done 6 months ago. Like, this is just feelings that's against you, that you have with, you know, yourself. And I'm like, dang, like, so it's literally was a battle between my old feelings and stuff. And that's where I didn't speak bad on his name, even though I was hearing all these things. And then literally New Year's come everything, I feel like a whole brand new person.
Bro,
like,
that was me.
I felt like a whole brand new person.
The year started como que my brain started all over again.
Literally, but not even
with
like
that,
my
with
brain.
that though.
With that area. But not even that, like I really felt like God really changed my heart, like in such a way where it's like I was wrestling with God, where it's like, no, I will not get up from this ground until like I don't feel a single thing. I don't feel anger. I don't feel envy for this person. Even for the girl, where it's the girl he like cheated on me with. So it was like, yeah, that's a whole different thing. But
I was gonna say, like, is it cheating? But you're probably talking about a whole different situation.
No, because it was the girl in our relationship that was causing problems, and like it was a form of cheating, not physical cheating, but it's still like emotional cheating. Yeah, you know, still entertaining. I mean,
whatever you consider
entertaining a woman that's not your girl. That's cheating to me. Yeah, like, are you texting a girl your woman does not like, and you know that girl does not like me?
That's a line cross, you
know. And it's just with, you know, a situation I had with that girl too, that she threatened me in the past. So it's like a whole thing, you know.
Oh, so she's
I'm not fully healed yet, so let me know where she's at.
The Peter in me sometimes. I know, right?
So she's from like just like a lingering fly that hasn't gone away for a while.
A monitoring spirit. That just was there. Yeah, a monitoring spirit. And you know, lesson learned though. And like I said, it went great. Like, I forgot about it. Like, it literally was like, oh my gosh. And I had an event, a car event.
And you don't even realize that it's gone.
Like, it's like, oh, this is what it means to fully lay something down with Jesus and really work it out, where it's like, oh.
Wait, does it almost make you a little bit sad that, like, wait, why did I already get over it?
It makes me sad that I wish I would have done it sooner.
Yeah, almost like
it makes me be like, dang, Brie, like, if you would have just done this sooner, like, you would have not acted the way you would have
felt all of this and gone through all of that.
And that's where God's like, exactly, this is why you should come to me first, instead of literally being so much in your feelings.
Even then, I feel like it's a matter of time, you know?
It's a matter of time,
even if you give it to God, like...
It's a matter of time, though, that
day,
too.
yeah,
where it's like,
it's
in reality, though,
it
was 6 months ago that was adding. And then one major event where, like...
The canon event.
I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it get to me because in reality, we've been done.
Yeah.
Whatever. Even though it's a big, like, I freaking knew it. Whatever. I'm going to let it go. And, yeah, like...
I mean...
It's human nature, too. Like, our hearts hold on to... that connection that it's not easy to just okay, well,
what's always
he's
gonna
married,
be like that
so
for
let me
one
just
person.
Yeah,
like you can't.
But at the same time, though, I got really convicted. And I got really convicted by the Holy Spirit on like you're not honoring the marriage's end, whether or not that's something you like or not. And that's something where I was like, how can I? Oh, it was something I was struggling with. Where it's like,
hard to keep.
All right, like
back.
all right. I was hearing all these stuff, and I was like, all right, you know, I wouldn't go to certain things to keep the peace. I was trying to be the peacemaker. Jesus tells us to be. So you know what? I'm not gonna go. I don't want to cause problems. Just to give the enemy something to just keep growing something in. And that was it too at a car event. You know, there were still things going around me, and I was there, and I was just like, but at the same time, it got too much. It got over too much where it's like, okay, now you're constantly lying and I'm here in person. Like you're talking that I'm a pathological liar, that I'm this, like I have not said one word to you, like,
or a lie.
And in a situation that was happening at hand with like my best friend that I won't get into, but it was like, this is not even your business and you're getting into it. And then you're bringing me up because why am I in your mouth? Like,
why is he mad at you?
Why are you mad at me? Like, what?
I think the problem is because you never reacted the way that anyone else would when they
or the way I would have reacted, the way
mm-hmm.
he knew I would react. And it was that where it's like, I even would tell our friends, I'm like, it seems like he has a problem with me that he got to heal on his own. Like, I don't know what I did. Because not gonna offend, like I said, I wasn't perfect,
right?
But I never did no wrong to this man. Like, no wrong to this man. He had his assumptions about me. I try to reassure in everything. But even in that, God was showing me, like, you're doing the same thing you did in your last relationship. The man was insecure. The man was doing this, and you were trying to do everything Jesus does. Jesus is the one to do. Like, Jesus is the one to show someone their identity again, to reassure them, to heal that wound. And I was trying to do it all. Like, oh, también be una mamá. Like, oh, no, like, come on, like, no. But in reality,
you're trying. You
know, but that's not my role. Even I shouldn't be showing no one a wife role when I'm not your wife. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole different thing too. But it's like the man that should be with you should know that, should see by your character, should see by your fruits. Okay, how are you with people? How are you this? But también, you know, I let it be. But in that event, I did say something to him back, and I don't regret it. I regret the way I addressed it. I regret the way I addressed it. But at the end of the day, though,
the verbal.
Yeah, even though it wasn't cussing or anything, I said it in a very assertive tone. But yet I really think that it was in the moment for that time where I was like, you know what? God really showed me. I was like, you're being a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, you think you're holier than thou, like you're this man of God, like you're not. Like, you really think, I was like, you really think God loves that you're causing separation within everyone, like everyone, and you're the root cause of this problem. So yeah, I called him out. As God says, expose the sheep that is in wolf. They're exposed the wolf that is exposed.
Like, wait, is there somewhere in there where it says like we're allowed?
It does, and literally, like, fact check, Bible it yourself. But it is where it's like, be aware of the wolf in sheep's clothing that will lead other sheep astray. And that's what I did. I told the whole team, and that's where it was. Our whole team was literally being separated, and God doesn't like separation; He likes unity. And I just felt the leaders at the time weren't doing, you know, what leaders should do. And at the end of the day, it wasn't me holding myself I could care less about my character, my representation, but I know who I am, and you're not going to about to tell me I'm this person when I'm not. And after that was the end of it. Never heard of it after again.
That's good.
And I was like, yeah,
sometimes
you expose the enemy, the devil's defeats, and that would be it. And after that, I let it be. I was like, I am not here to cause an issue. I stopped the issue, and that's it. And after that, I wished him well. Like I said, God says to pray for your enemies. I pray for my enemies to this day. And like I said, I honored his marriage, unlike him. He that wasn't. And as long as I know I'm in good standing in God's place, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and at the end of the day, like I said, I still showed love. I still, like, to this day, like, he's still a brother in Christ. But, you know, I owe everyone love, not everyone access.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Literally, discernment. Watch bad company corrupts good character. So it's that where it's like, you know what? I owe everyone love everyone, love your neighbor. But not everyone needs access to that. Just how Jesus kept the 12, kept close people, but not everyone got the access to that.
Even one of them.
Where he didn't show no separation with Judas. He treated Judas the same. Even knowing he was going to betray him. So it's, yeah, like that relationship really did a wreck on me, but it changed. Like, I now know, like I said, even with everything, I now don't see the bad. Like, I reflected now on the good, or when people still do bring it up, because like I said, it was known, our relationship. I'm like, oh, you know, he's in a different state of life. You know, we went our both ways. We're good.
It's kind of annoying how when they bring it up. The first time,
it's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying when they keep bringing it up.
Yeah, and like the first time you get it, you're curious, whatever. But over and over, you're just kind of like,
And at the same time, I'm like, okay, now it's just gossip. And one, God don't like when you're like over, like when it turns from truth to gossip, where it's like, okay, all right, like, so I just let it be where I'm like, you know what, like, honor. We're two different paths. You know, he has his life, I have mine. And at the end of the day, I wished well, and that's it for me.
You live so much more comfortable when you think like that, you know, like you get a better
that's
for him to figure out.
Yeah, you don't stay grounded in the hurt, in the pain, and then because it'll eat you alive. It'll eat you alive, and that's the whole point. Jesus tells us to, like, lay your burdens, like, or else it's gonna eat you alive. You can't carry this weight. You can't. And so and it changed me, bro. It changed me. I'm a whole different person. I'm a whole different woman.
That's good.
I now definitely know the red flags. I don't entertain something that God is definitely showing me. I haven't.
I don't know, because you didn't go, but you went. Or if they talked about it in the life group, he said that don't leave and then come back and the same thing is there that you left for. I was like, damn, bars.
Yeah, it's literally like that verse where a dog will. You don't want to be the dog that returns from his vomit and eats it. Yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah, I was being that dog. And, oh, yeah.
Low-key, I mean, not low-key. One of the main reasons we asked you to come back is because, like, I'm going to give you a lot of credit. You're probably one of the main reasons I started going to church. It was you. And then you, shout out to Saucy and Leslie, of course. Mm-hmm. It was like almost actually. Like, you, Saucy. No, you, Saucy, and then Leslie, because in the first ones, we really didn't talk about that part. But those, you guys are kind of like, I was like, damn, man, what the fuck? Like, all three of them? Like,
all three? This ain't no coincidence.
Like, the girl Saucy, she prayed before we started.
Yeah. I literally prayed in my car. So, literally. Came from a service straight over here.
You guys did, I would say mainly, you sparked the interest to go back. So, one of the main reasons we wanted you to come back is because, you know, that's kind of like where we're at right now. So.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. And it's so even inspirational on the other end. Like, to really see people really seeking him more. Like, I don't think you see the ugliness that's going around the world, bro. Like, with everything that's happening around ICE, like, a lot of so-called Christians, like, aren't being Christian. Like, and it's that where it's like you see the difference from true followers of Christ with Christians that are like, you think Jesus is going to support what's going on? No, like, and I don't think there's no coincidence. Everyone's trying to seek Jesus more during this time. Like, especially with, man, I'll say this, like, myself, like, I really feel like we're living in the end times of a lot of things, you know, like, I've never, everyone tries to paint it as like, what's that word called? Religious hypnosis or like something like that. It's like, no, bro, I've been around religion my whole life. Like, this ain't nothing of what I'm experiencing. Like, this is a whole different era of like
movement all around.
And it's beautiful seeing everyone's walk. It's like, wow, like everyone's walk is all different, but it's all related in some way. And literally, like, even after our podcast and like everything, like, it grew me to like, it changed me in a way too, where it's like, this is the whole point. Like, we're meant to grow every time with each other. Excuse me. And everyone has everyone has their story, and that's the whole point of it. Like, their story, there's power in your testimony. And even after our podcast, it grew in me more courage to speak on my testimony a lot, which I didn't know I was hindering. I was hiding. I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it.
It's low-key me too.
Yeah, where it's like, man, I come from it's a tough testimony. You know, that was the whole point of my relationship, why I wasn't as much working out. But man, like, that's where the enemy really tries to hold you at. But it's like, no, I've been so saying my testimony out more the past few months. It has shown me what the whole point of literally talking about Jesus is for. Like, I've seen people literally cry where it's like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know that. And it's that where it's like, people don't know these things. Like, don't know the story you come from. It's like, no, like, Jesus is real. Like, he came for the worst of us all. Like, church is a hospital. Like, you know?
Yes.
Church is supposed to be a hospital for the sick, not for the people who think it's perfect. And it's that where it's like, man, we're all sick. We're all sick. But that's the whole point of Jesus. Like, that's the whole point of Jesus. It's to grow and to be better, and then to go literally out to save other people that are broken and not. And it's like the greatest gift that I never knew. And now I finally understand the point of, like, it's the good news. Like, it's a gift. And
to be able to share the word.
Exactly. But even in an imperfect way. Because I'd be like, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, dang, you want me to
the
pray
wrong
for you?
word? Yeah.
You want me to pray for you right here?
That's one of the struggles that I've had, like, even bringing it up here. Mm-hmm. Just like, damn, bro, because everybody knows, like, I had my issue with the whole like church, not necessarily religion. Mm-hmm. So just starting to talk about it was kind of like, I don't know if I want to, right. Or even posting that I go. It took me a while. Like, I wouldn't post that I was there or nothing. Just recently, I was like, oh, you know what, whatever. Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it's one thing I'm learning, and I think that's why, like, I had encouraged him to put that out there when he was, like, skeptical. I feel like people enjoy that, like, or not enjoy, can relate to the imperfectness and, like, the reality too of, like, what it is and how we feel of, like, oh, you know, I didn't necessarily want people to know I was going to church, or like, oh, you're bringing up God all the time, like, all of a sudden, I don't know, whatever it is, like, you used to say this and that. But I feel like there's so many people that have those thoughts that are feeling the exact same way, that are probably going to church and don't want people to know, you know, or whatever. So I think just using our platform too, or platform or not, just anywhere you are, you know, being in that, in any space, and just sharing your journey wherever you're at, whether you just started or you're, like, I feel like where you're at is probably a lot further than where I'm at, but even just watching you is what's the word? Like, encouraging, or like, it makes me feel good. And, like, I eventually want to be able to talk like that, or recite, that's the word? Recite verses. Recite verses.
Yeah. I still have yet to put, like, behind it, but I'm like, right, it's in there. I'm paraphrasing, but go check it.
But it comes with it. It comes with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Not correct me, because that too. But it's that where it's like, bro, and that feedback, it encouraged me more, when in reality, like, I still struggle. Like, I still be like, dang. But it's that, like, the more you spend time in any relationship and anything you do, like, the more you build on it, the more it grows. And that's the whole point. Like, people think religion is just a religious thing, and it's like, no, if you really know Jesus, it's a relational thing. You know, everyone tries to just focus on Old Testament, like, man, did y'all forget, like, about Jesus coming, like, the New Testament? Like, what's the whole point? That he died for us, you know, and laid his life down. And it's that where it's like, but at the same time, where everyone's like, oh, you're just trying to shove it down my throat, and I was like, no, I'm just trying to tell you, because I was like, it's just what I've been through. Like, it's what I've been through. And I say this more to my friends that, like, ask me for advice. I was like, hey, I'm going to bring up Jesus. Like, are you really going to want my advice? Like, are you really going to want my advice?
Like a little disclosure.
Yeah, because at the same
before we begin, I need you to sign this in.
At the same time, yeah, because it's like, I'm not going to, like, I've been, it's that too. Everyone tries to push convictions on other people. And I was like, that's only the thing the Holy Spirit does. Like, I'm not going to push my conviction on you, and because then that's judging. I think of that, a lot of people have been hurt, a lot of church hurt, a lot of hurt by Christians. And it's like, man, people don't really know him. People don't really know Jesus.
It's because he has a horrible representation.
A reputation by the people that represent him.
The people representing him are not the people they should be. Or
literally, and I literally have this as my my screensaver. It's Colossians 3:17, where he literally says, "And whatever you do and say, do it as a representative of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks through him." And that's where it's like it clocked me, where I'm like, dang, I'm not being a good representative. And this is why, like, there's a verse too where it's like, God would rather you literally kill yourself, throw a rope around your neck and toss yourself out if you're going to cause someone else to sin. Even if it's not in, like, we be thinking sin like in the most craziest ways. Mm-hmm. Bro, having favoritism, it's in the Bible. It's literally in James. Favoritism is a sin. And it's like, it makes you see things for what it really is, where it's like, okay, I don't have to really know, like, the perfect sayings, because even God says, don't come at me with all these high prayers, like, just be real. At the end of the day, that's all he says. Like,
keep it all, honey.
Those that are like, God, like, did I not prophesy and do this and this? And the only thing he says is, if I don't know you, I don't know you. And it's literally, does God know you? Does God know the ugly you, the worst parts of you? Like, does he really know you? Or does he just know the wannabe you? For the world. Oh dang, like where I felt like you guys, I was like, dang, I can't pose I was in church, like, and that was me back in the day, because, like, bro, I used to be, like I said, like, now thank God, like, I'm not scared to speak on it. Like, I used to be like the worst of the worst, out grabbing, like, every girl, like, oh, come on, like, let's go, like, to bottle sections and everything, and be in, like, the worst state of mind, like, in the high life. Like, I was the worst of the worst, and yet, like, it's proof, like, it's proof in the paper. But it's that where it's like, dang, how can I pose, like, dang, like, but it goes really, like, okay, do you have fear of men, or do you fear God more?
I was gonna ask you, because I remember when you first came on, I asked you that. I was like, do people be like, girl,
yeah,
and I'm sure they do.
And yeah, from then, because it's about a little over a year to now, has it changed completely? Where
no one ever brings that up again.
I was gonna say, either the ones who did fell off, and the ones who believed in your journey stayed, or
literally,
it just all stopped.
It's
not
like,
judging, but
not even judging, but it's like no one ever brought it up again. And it was like, people that now know me or now in my life and ask me questions don't even know that until I say it. And it's because, like, I don't have anything up more no more that ever used to promote that of my old life. Like, I deleted all that, because then literally that's like a soul tie to your old identity. And really God was just like, cut it all off, like, that's not you anymore, like, laid. But when it comes up, okay, share your testimony of what you've been through. And so literally it was like, I can't even remember the last time someone asked me, like, oh, but you used to do this. Even my old friends that don't ever bring it up to me again. Don't ever bring it up to me. They're like, oh my gosh, like, we see how much you've changed, and people will see by the fruits of what you do now show, if you don't talk about it no more. But there was a time, like I said, last year, where I relapsed again in smoking, and that was a big one for me, where it was like, oh, Bree, like, how can you go to church and then you smoke like yesterday and stuff? And I was like, you think God is not going to accept me because I'm struggling with something right now, even though I'm being honest with him? I was like, then you don't know Jesus. I was like, you don't know God then. And they came at me, was like, oh, God wouldn't like that though. And they try to clock me in a way, but I was like, okay, then you haven't read the Bible. Yeah. I was like, you haven't read the Bible. I was like, God knows you're going to fall. But it's like, if you're willing to not give up, literally the whole point of walking with Jesus, if you just don't give up, like,
you're going to keep falling.
I'm going to fall, bro. But his mercies are new every morning. I'm going to try again today. Dang, I'm going to fall again, God. And it's that was actually
like one of my biggest things that would stop me from going is that
the smoking.
No.
Or like falling.
Yeah. Where, like, they fuck up and they're like, no, but back on Sunday, and then they do something again. But back on Sunday, and it's almost like now you're just it's just like.
Well, there's a difference.
Now
Yeah,
there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Now it's just a habit.
Yeah,
you would do something dumb, but then you go to church Sunday.
Yeah, where people will
know that they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
because they're gonna on Sunday. They're gonna and
then they have that concept of like, oh well, God forgives me.
Exactly.
Well, God knows my heart.
He'll be fine.
God knows my heart.
I'm human.
Your heart is wicked.
Yeah. That was like a huge, actually, probably like the main why
thing.
I was like stay away from that, because it's like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
but that's
you're missing the point.
That's such a lie, though, that the enemy will hold you to. When in reality, though, it's you're trying to come to him, but the enemy is gonna come in your hand. Like, no, you
with
can't.
The little
though.
things like
you're not worth going there. Like, you're gonna then be a hypocrite. Like, if you go, well, it's like, well, at least if you're staying true to what you said, like, I'm trying. People don't have that in them when they're trying. There's a difference between someone that's trying and someone that's like, oh, well, like, God's still gonna forgive me. It says even the last time, like, his grace is always sufficient, but there's gonna come to a point in time where he will literally not. And that's when he comes back down. It's like, okay, he gave you enough time, and it's abusing the grace that we're given. And it's like, how long are you gonna abuse that grace until he comes back? And there's always a difference within your heart posture. Like, where are you really coming from? Or are you coming from a place where it's like, whatever, like, it's all about where you come from. It's where you're coming from. But it's what changed my point of view. It's what changed my whole directory from seeing him and like having this view on him that everyone was trying to paint to me. And I was like, you know what? No, like, I'm gonna find him myself. And I did, but I also was with the right community that I had around me.
How that started? Like, what was your first?
My first what, like,
encounter, or like, well, or maybe not first, but like
my first real, like, where
you're at now.
Yeah, from where I am now. It was literally New Year's Eve. I, like, even beforehand, there was a few times, but no, like, the New Year's Eve, it was like everything piled up, not just with my ex stuff, but everything was piled. Life was piled up, and I was very mad at God. I was so mad. I remember being in my car, like, that's my secret place, me in my car, and I felt like I was holding stuff back. And it's like I heard a voice in my head, now knowing like it was the Holy Spirit, was like, just confess what you want to confess. And I went off. I was like, why did you put this man in my life? You said this is a man. Why would you do this? Like, I'm mad at you. Like, there's no way I try to love someone like I loved, like how you loved, and look what it did to me. And I'm going off. Like, I'm going off. And at the end of it, I found myself like, oh, damn. Like, not more of like, oh, dang, what did I just say? Yeah. Like, I've been more into like, damn, dang, I sat there, and sometimes people think like, you always have to talk, but sometimes you have to be quiet and listen to literally receive. I sat there and I was like, dang, like, this is how Jesus felt.
I was about to say,
this is how Jesus felt.
You loved him and still killed him. Yes,
like, they killed me. Like, loving others the way I loved, like, it's not easy. It's not gonna come easy. I got mad. I flipped tables, like, because people weren't doing the will of my Father, like, and it felt like that, where it's like, wow, he could relate to me, but at the same time, wow, he's giving me, he understands me, and he was willing for me to, like, okay, I could take it.
Yeah, like, let it
out,
I could
take it. Like, I could take it. And I was like, oh. And that literally at the worship night, because that was the day before, like, me going, like, all out. And me laying down, was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to be this person. Like, I don't want to have to, like, yeah, at times, like, crash out and stuff, but like, I don't need to. Like, I know I don't need to. And it was really like, when you really seek him for yourself, like, I need you to come. Like, I need you to meet me. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm giving myself up, but like, meet me here. I need that wrestle where literally I think it was Joseph wrestled God, like, no, I'm not leaving. Like, I need this. And God literally, like, what is it, poked aside or did something, or like broke something, or like something. Man, Joseph, like, still, like, it was still holding on. And I felt like that. And I felt like that, where it's like, damn, I'm so hurt, but I'm not gonna let go. And it's that where God doesn't test with evil, but he will test you and see like, okay, like you're really in this, like you're not faking the funk, like, okay, you're really trying to have faith in me, you're really trying. And that's where it's like, all right, I trust you. Okay,
You know what I feel like helped me? I think at least the way I relate and what has helped me maintain that relationship with God is I accepted him as my father, like as a father figure. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
And even when I do get angry, I feel like if it was just your dad, right? Like you can't really get angry like that. And I don't get angry like that. Even when I am hurt, it's more like I seek for like, okay, you got me though. Let me give me a hug real quick.
Come on.
Which I feel like has helped me a lot to like keep the peace and not try to crash out, even when I maybe do want to. But yeah, I think that was like the main thing.
And that was something I really had to heal within too, because I never really had a dad growing up.
Yeah.
You know, thank God for my stepdad that really stepped up to, you know, to be my dad. But me and my dad still had a rocky relationship. And it wasn't until I had a conversation with my dad where I was so mad about my whole ex situation. I was going off. And my dad was hearing me out. But then he corrected me right after. And then I was crying because I was like, you're not on my side. Like, yeah. But it was literally, it made me think back to literally, well, it then reflected. It like came up to me when I was having the conversation with God where I was like, oh, like, where it says back on the word, you discipline those you love, you discipline your children.
I feel like when I was like, I was venting to two different people, same thing, two different people, and they both didn't react how I thought they were going to react. I thought they were going to like, nah, you're right, bro, you know? And they didn't. But at the end of it, I told both of them, obviously separately, I was like, thank you. Thank you for being neutral-headed. Thank you for being, because if you guys would have just fed into like my anger or how I was feeling,
or even feeding into your sin,
I probably would have took this somewhere where it didn't need to be. And I was like so thankful. I was like, to both of them, I was like, thank you for being.
And those are the friends you keep.
But it was like in any other situation, they would not have done that. And it was like in this particular thing that they both were like neutral. I was like, fuck, like I wanted to like scream at them like, bro, really fuck y'all right now, bro. I need to.
We're not feeding my delusions.
Like, I just need you right now to be like, yeah, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, gas me up.
Yeah.
And they didn't. Anything else in every other situation,
or something that's not as serious.
Yeah, they both would have like gassed it, and they didn't. And it took a while for me to sit back and be like, damn, props to them, because I don't know where I would have gone. Like,
and those are real ones you keep close, and that's where, thank God, it took me a while to get my real ones, but it's amazing when people hold you accountable, because then that's how you grow. That's how you grow. Where it's like, oh dang, like my real ones ain't
backing me up right now.
But now I'm like, damn,
I must be in the wrong. Like,
did they grow up? Did they mature overnight?
Did they mature overnight? But it gives more so where it's like, even in those moments, like I don't ever say coincidence. I say God incidents, because it's like, okay, I know you wouldn't say this, so bro. So God knows the only way I'm gonna receive it. It's if you're like, if I heard it like this. And there's literally moments where I'm like, dang, I know it's not you, it's the Lord. Damn, like, and it's those where it's like, you need those people around you, because you have blind spots. You have blind spots, and that's why.
And I was hoping they'd keep me blinded. You know what I mean?
Like, but you're not.
I wanted them to like be like, yeah, right. But they didn't, both of them, and I was like, bruh, one, okay, like give me one, but both of y'all, that's fucked up.
That's how you know. That's how you know, though.
But it's all like, and like this is a whole new me right now. I'm about to share what I'm going to share. Literally, bro, I had like been brain about something, and it was like, I don't need explanation. Like, just I'll know the answer when I get the answer. Like, I don't need to know why. I don't need to know like when. None of that. Like, I was just praying on this one thing, and it came, and I was just like thankful. That's why I was like talking to them about it, and like all three things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need an explanation. I didn't need it to be perfect. I didn't need it to be neat. I just needed it the
done,
and it happened, and I was happy, super happy about that part. And then venting, and then they both kind of like were neutral, and I was like, "Fuck, what the fuck, bro?" Like, literally, bro. It's like how you were saying, like it's pretty. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It makes you see see things in a new lens.
Yeah, for sure.
Where it's like, dang,
like
my homies ain't never say this. Like it gotta be.
Last year, Jona would not like have.
But that's the whole point. God even calls us to mature. Like that's what we're never supposed to say the same. And that, thank God, I'm not the same person I was. And I actually thank God, even within last year, still going through so much. Like again, my friend passed away. That did a toll on me. R.I.P. Ivan to him, and R.I.P. Lexi.
I don't know what I'm doing to the camera, you know.
Yeah, the camera up there.
They're my boy Angel.
No, for real. But like I said, it went a toll, but it made me handle a situation where it's like, dang, 6 months ago, me would have not handled this right. Like, and the people I had around me would have definitely not made me handle this better. But literally, thanks be to God that as you grow and you grow more in Him, like He starts bringing the people, the things you need really in your life to bring the peace He wants you to have, the joy He wants you to have, the happiness He wants you to have in the right ways, where it's like everyone just thinks like God wants to take everything from you, like, and it's a restrictive, like this and the third. Like, of course, yeah, God wants us to live by certain things so it doesn't damage us though. Like everything damages our soul within, really, but the world has made us go numb to a lot of things. Like I really hate how the world has made us go numb to like people getting murdered. Like, what? Like, yeah, like what? Like,
how can we watch a video and just be like, oh, like, and then scroll to
regardless of that, or the lady that got shot in the car? Like, no one should be like, that was never meant for us to be seen, for us to watch like that. And it's stuff like that where it's like, bro, the more and more you see from an outer perspective, the more you truly see how evil and corrupt this world is. Like, dang, like even this pinche teléfono, like where I'm like, dang, sometimes I need to put the phone down because it's so much. Like Epstein's file just went out today. Like, bro, I couldn't. Like, I literally got so disgusted. Like, I was like, I need to put my phone down, bro. Like, this is gross. Like,
I purposely will ignore like not like important news, but like news why is this out there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that too, but it's like this should have been out years ago.
No,
like years ago.
I'm talking about like.
But you know,
other
like
shit, just like
facts. But it's still like it's like so decent. Like it's just like, and then people try to defend where it's like, oh, like whatever, like, you know, or try to justify something evil and bad, and where it's like I'm not in no. Oh my gosh, you're on the left and right side. No, bro, I'm in the part where Jesus stands for God's side, like humanity. Like, this is not know which sides. Like, you pick the right one, the narrow one. Like, what? One. No one. Well, only one.
People are just gonna pick whatever benefits them,
and it is, and that's like the thing. It was like, oh, it's me. It's always a me.
The thing is, like, that's where their mind is at, and like, no way I'm giving grace because, like, of course I am upset, but like, I don't know, like in their mind, they're not wrong,
right?
And that's crazy.
But
that's crazy to us, but they think we're crazy. Them,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the sad part of like not I don't want to say accept it, but like the reality of it is like that's where their head is at, and until they either get to a point where maybe even we're at now, or like you know, or further, which would be better, but that's I don't know, like. Well, I don't know why they even think that way. What caused them to think that way?
And it's that where it's like, you know, God literally says like, may you always speak with grace and like season with salt, everything. Yeah. But it's like it comes to a point where it's like, but God also said there's righteous anger. There's righteous anger for the thing. Like, what? These are also His people. Yes, some aren't His people, because I think everyone forgets like, oh, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. There's also in the Bible that says there's kids of Satan, like you're a son of Satan. Like I think a lot of people
we use that towards kids a lot though,
and that's crazy actually, where I'm like kids I think are the nearest pure thing, like actually, which is
it's just because they're frustrating,
right? And it's like it's some pinches niños, like come on. But it's
that's what bothered me actually. Sorry to
no, you're good.
When people complain about a crying baby, it's like, bitch, that's what they do. That's how they communicate. They don't know how to speak. They can't
talk. They can't. Yeah.
Why y'all complaining about it? That's what they're. Obviously, there's something bothering the baby, like it's gonna cry. Like,
yeah,
it just bothers me when people complain about like crying babies.
Or people have kids that it's like, okay, then you should have not.
There's the other shit where like the kid's throwing a tantrum and because you don't want to buy a toy, buy him her a toy.
There's things with like
that's different, right? Like that's parenting, but a baby, all they know is
out of nothing for sure. Yeah. But it's like it just goes that where it's like, man, it sucks too how the real Christians, the real people that really love Jesus and are trying to, because not everyone's gonna be perfect. Yeah, not everyone's gonna be perfect. Like there might be a day where I'm like, damn, like I might be mad at something, but it's like, no, the ones that really try are the ones that get bad representation.
I actually had a step back the other day, last week.
What?
At church. I didn't like it, and it like made me take a step backwards.
What, or like what was said?
Yeah, like just the whole thing. I didn't like it.
Oh, like what was preached and everything.
Like everything. Like I left being like, this is why I didn't.
And there's stuff like that too, where it's like.
But I still went.
I'm gonna say this because I've been seeing this a lot, and like there's been pastors that have been literally speaking on this, where it's like you really have to have discernment on where pastors are coming from. Like, are you preaching the word, or are you now just preaching your opinion, then trying to bring the word to justify what you're saying?
I think and like
because there's also those not perfect preachers, right? Like,
right.
They're like, focusing it towards what they want.
Exactly, and that's another thing
that
where
bothers
it's like
me, right? Like
where it's like,
I actually left early too.
And sometimes it's like that's discernment. Like when but it also you have to really see if is it your spirit, or is it your flesh that's getting uncomfortable. So it's a battle, which like, okay, I'll have to say, is this my spirit not feeling right, or is it my flesh being uncomfortable? And that's something I've had. Can
you explain that a little bit?
So yeah, so where, for example, me, where I had the same moment like that within the church, where I was listening and I started to feel uncomfortable with what they were saying. Not in a way where, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like that doesn't sound right. Like what they're saying, like it's seeing judgmental.
I felt it had like an agenda.
Well, for me in this moment, like it felt judgmental in what I was hearing. I was like, and how he's saying it, like that doesn't. It seems off. I was like, that just seems off. And I forgot what was said, but it was where I knew it was my spirit, because it wasn't me being uncomfortable on what was saying, like, and it hitting me a wrong way. It was just not sounding right. And I was like, it's not coming with the word though. That's not like, okay, they're using a Bible verse, like they're talking, but that doesn't, that then would not correlate to what it says over here. And that's when you start to have discernment on what is it saying? And that's when you know that, okay, this is my spirit, knowing that like this is not saying right. This is not really preaching the word of God. Right. It's not sitting right. And then with my flesh, so it's like when they're really preaching something and it's getting me uncomfortable, it's like, nah, I know I'm not wrong in that area.
Oh, okay. Like a personal
attack where it's like, nah, this is not, they're wrong.
Right.
They're wrong. But
because of your opinion.
It's like, but the word, your own, it's when your feeling, it's when your feelings start getting in the way. I do that. That's how I was like, okay, is it my feelings? Like I'm getting angry, I'm getting frustrated. That's my flesh.
Like the part of not being able to take constructive criticism.
Yes. Or is it my spirit where it's like, no, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to it's not, I'm feeling these things. I'm just like, this is off. That's where I'm like, okay. But I also pray on it where I was like, okay, Lord, like show me really where this is not, which is which. And he'll always show you. So it's that seeing which one, like, okay, is it my flesh being uncomfortable? Or is it my spirit that's like, this is not the word. Like they're saying it, but they're using it against something. And that's how I was able to discern, and more as you grow too. But that's why you said like the demons also believe. Like Satan literally did that to Jesus, like trying to use the word, but Jesus knew more of the scriptures and really was, and he did it, and he used it to really back like, oh no, but God says not to do that. So it's like, okay, to really have discernment and knowing, you need to be in your word to be able to detect, which is like, this is not sitting right. This is like if they have an agenda they're just going with. It's
I don't know, like a sales pitch. I'm not saying they're trying to sell something. I'm not saying they're asking for money, but they're like, they have there's a reason why they chose this particular
with that, and with
you know
that,
what I mean, like scripture to today, the way he's saying it. Why are you talking so much about yourself? Like it just seems, it doesn't feel like flowy. It doesn't feel natural.
And in preaching and sermons that I've known, they should just be preaching about Jesus.
So but for me, who has like all this doubt and trust issues, I think I don't know, how can I? Have you ever ran into a spider web?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You run into, because you're not looking for a spider web.
Right.
It just hits you, right?
Yeah.
I'm like constantly looking for spider webs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like shifting, make sure the light.
Yeah, you're like,
like I'm just like, is there one? You know what I mean? Or I'll put something out in front of me before I walk into it. So
you don't have trust in it.
Trust. So if, like that was a spider web, and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So where all the other times, because it was I call them substitutes.
Okay.
It was a substitute. But then you go back and it's like the same one again. You're like, all right, cool. I feel.
Which is who we usually like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you in that way with some, but I think it's God says be aware, like be aware of yeast. When he talks about the Pharisees and what you eat, bread, be aware of the yeast, because you know how yeast and bread, which is a two. No, Jesus is the bread of life, but the Pharisees will bring yeast. So it's that where it's like, it's good to have that, but it's also
bad too.
It's also bad in a way where it's like, okay, is there then an area where you don't trust God in some area in that? But I think that in a way was discernment. So it's knowing that where it's like, all right.
I think even you acknowledging that is the big step.
Yeah.
Already.
Where you're like,
like maybe it could just be me and or like, I don't know. Yeah. Like the way you view it. Mm-hmm. And now you're taking that step back of like being maybe more open to just not try to find the spider web.
Exactly.
Little by little.
And it was the weekend you guys were gone.
Yeah.
So it's like you didn't go, so I couldn't even ask you like, hey,
am I tripping or was going?
My tripping. Kat wasn't here. She didn't go, so I couldn't even like, because usually when we hear something,
Brian, you could have texted me. I was like, Brian, you could have texted me.
I didn't even think about it.
I was like, I do.
I just recently found out that you go there now. But anyways, usually when me and Kat go and we hear something like clockwork, we just look at each other. It's like
the two is one.
Because we both caught the same thing, and then we just be like, all right, I'm not the only one who caught that. Like,
no, there's a lot I caught in that too. Where it's that I had discernment on a lot of things where it's like, the Lord said beware. I'm gonna just beware. Or I was like, okay, I'm not gonna listen because God says cover your ears. Your ears are gateways. Where I'm like, okay, I don't have to intake. I could sit here, but I don't have to intake on that. Okay, that's not for me. I'd be sitting there rebuking stuff. I'm like, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Like,
that's me, bro.
Rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Lord, pray over them. May you show them that they're wrong. And or even that was like, or Lord, if I'm wrong, may you show me that I'm wrong. Like, and it's that though. It's knowing which is which and which is not, which is a good thing though. Jesus tells us, be aware, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for the ones, keep an eye out for the wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's and we've talked about it's probably like caused some issues. Because I'm always looking for a fucking spider web, and it's like, bro, there's not a spider on this place, bro. Like, why you keep looking? I don't know. There might be.
Always, and that's the thing. You don't have to, because you're gonna always know when there is one. And or even if you hit one, you could always get out of it though. You could always get out of it. That's a good one. You could always pull it. Okay, but it's that where it's like if you're in constant, then it's gonna make you try to find that in every little thing.
You're gonna build the spider web.
You're gonna
spider, come through, please.
Or it's like, maybe I see the web. No, that's just a string.
But then I'll have my moments, like literally walk through a spider web. There was no trees around it. So I don't know where it came from, and I walked into it, and I remember thinking like, bitch, because I wasn't looking for one. Because I wasn't looking for one, bro. I be cussing a lot.
Me too.
And when I say bitch, I don't really mean women. I just it's like
no, it's just like
a spurt of like, because at church on Sunday I spilled my coffee, and my first thing was I was like, bitch, all loud, bro.
It happened to me one time during a mass.
Not a mass.
Yeah.
No, the healing.
And I was like, fuck, and everybody I was like, I'm working on it, guys. That's why I'm here.
I'm like, listen, we're not perfect.
And then I do it. I was like, because it spilled on my shoe. I was like, bitch. Not even that I spilled the coffee, because whatever. Like they got mops, but my shoes. And then I laughed, because I was like thinking not the best thoughts of what was being said. I was like, all right. My shoes though?
He's like, oh yeah? Damn. You're going to think wrong? There's some coffee on your shoe.
You could have just got me to pick it up. You didn't have to get
God be testing you. Patience, man. Patience.
And sometimes it got to be a full shoe spill and not just a little untied
this time was just a corner. It was a warning.
Not for real. Not for real though. But I'm still, like I said, I stick to
I love your like aesthetic of like when you're like
what's my aesthetic?
Doing no, like when you're like
aesthetic?
doing Bible study, the pictures. Just because like from a picture taking point of view, I just love how you take pictures and shit.
Okay, that's okay. I'm like my
I
aesthetic
be
in
judging
copies.
when people take pictures. I'm like, nah.
Bring it up a little bit. You could have moved the cup out the way, the napkin.
Come on, okay.
Like when Leslie first started coming, she would like record. We were recording videos. I was like, clean your lens.
Come on.
Get up now.
Get your phone fixed. There's a crack in the camera.
Can you please get the iPhone 26? Damn,
I need to upgrade my phone, bro. Now thinking of it, you don't want to see the back of my phone. It's shattered.
As long as you see the front, queen, the back don't
as long
matter.
as you see the case, you can't see what's underneath the case.
But what are you hiding?
Not hiding nothing. I'll point. I'm like, listen, my phone. That's not it.
That's what people do. They put on a case.
Ooh.
Are we trying to do metaphor?
We're all trying
We
to
can pick it up and preach.
Okay, spider web.
I got my little notes right here. Spiderweb.
Spiderweb.
Case.
Just like yeah. So verse.
No, but
So you going to church is just a case of all your cracked screens.
Hey, people be doing those.
open the
What is it called? Because I see TikToks. They like a random word, and you have to try to use that.
pick it up and preach. Yeah, so say like
that's what it's called.
Say like we could grab
Microphone.
anything, microphone. So like so Mike like said, or no, there was a good one that we did at this young adults, and it was like password. We were sitting there when I think one of my friends did it, and it was like, oh, God is just like a password, and then he goes to say, sometimes you really need to keep figuring out a passcode, but this is a passcode that
you've already used before.
Oh, okay.
Bars.
Oh, I'm like, oh, okay.
Please try a different password.
No, this is a passcode that you're never going to get wrong, but you have to keep on trying to get it. And then God, once you unlock it, God is going to unlock what he needs in you. And I was sitting there, I was like, okay.
I was not thinking that. I was somewhere different with that.
I was spider webs.
No, because you know how when you try to type in the password and it says you've already used this one.
Yeah.
Try a different one. Like, that's life, bro. Like,
but in iPhone, it'd be like, no, you're locked out for 45 minutes. And I'm like, iPhone
would be like, here, use this password. And it's like a bunch of random shit.
But that's how God be using too. And you're locked out for 45 minutes. Go think about what you did and then come back.
God forbid you don't hit save, because then
you're going to have to use XKP055 quotation mark.
That's so real though. But
that's real life right there.
No, yeah. But I'm glad, man. I think people just need more of the Lord in this world.
Yeah, more love from the Lord. And
I do wonder what they would say listening to this. Like,
man, y'all
like
knew.
If they
Y'all should. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I said this for my first interview.
Because we had a guy that she knows come on, and he's into the church.
Yeah,
but that was
he's into the church, or is he into Jesus? That's another topic, man. Y'all ain't.
He
ready
was
for that.
definitely
I don't know him like that.
A little bit of what'd you call it? A sheep and a
wolf in sheep clothing?
He was half wolf, half sheep. I think he's trying to figure himself out. So I don't judge.
Right.
But I was selective of what I took in.
Mm-hmm.
Very selective.
Very selective. But I also was like, may he heal and figure out whatever.
Facts, I'll take in what the Lord wanted me to hear. If not,
but I think what he was trying to say, like, not a lot of people agreed with that.
I think a lot of people didn't like it, or I guess like.
And I also think it was the way of his approach and what he was saying. So I could even say this conversation with you felt 100% more comfortable to have than.
Because he was coming. I don't know him. I don't know if he listens or his family listens. Nothing against the man, but I think he was just coming from the side of like judgment. Like I've been going for a month, so I know everything. You're wrong type. Like,
and those are also
that's a whole different that way.
More like the Bible says that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you just opened it. Relax.
When people try to think they know it all, and that's I've had my experience with that where it's like they don't say, but they think they're holier than thou, or they know more. I know the word more than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know none. So
I know at least like I'm trying, like, or it's like
that's
you don't have to say it to me like that, or like it's
the delivery counts.
The delivery, it's always about delivery.
Like the pastor said, tone matters.
Tone matters, and it's also where you're coming from within. Like, I think tone matters, but if your heart's not in really fixed in, like, if your heart is not truly changed, like, you're gonna come off like I could be like, oh, well. yeah, like this and this and this, and it's plain, like it's like no, it's like okay, I'm talking to a robot. Like it has to be within. Like also the person you are. Like everyone's gonna know you fake. Yeah, no, what like you say.
That's why I don't like real. To really. Yeah, because I don't know, and I'm still struggling with. But
that's real though. You're keeping it real, and that's it.
Like my heart's not 100%.
Yeah, and that's it's like, not 100% yet.
You know how
it's not there
when they go like, "Yo, if you want to,
get prayed on,
come to the front." I haven't had a thought of like I'm gonna do that. So that's how I know,
and that's not your time yet. Like
that's how I know. Like my heart's not 100% or
in it yet.
When the things that I don't like to hear still don't want to hear them. That's how I know. I was like, I'm not even. I had said it like when we went on a hike, like I had never heard the term lukewarm until you came on, and I was like, I'm not even like luke cold, bro. Like,
yeah, and that's actually, and honestly, I wouldn't say that's better, but God actually says like, I'd rather you be hot or cold, not lukewarm. So it's literally like, I'd rather you be in or out, not in the middle. So honestly, God is better. Like, okay, you stay over there then until you're ready. And it's that where it's like God it always invites. He's literally a gentleman. I come knocking at your door, like I'm knocking at the door of your heart.
Right now's a bad time, God.
It's like, no. But
he's knocking.
He's knocking and knocking, but he's waiting though, and he waits until it's everyone forget like it's free will. Like it's free will. You have to open it first, and then like that's you coming. Okay, I'm coming, and then he draw near to him, and he'll draw near you, and it's that where it's like people forget that. People forget that. It's like, yeah, God would rather a truthful heart and a willing heart than a lying and deceiving, like, oh, I know so everything. Yeah. Bro, we're not all perfect. It says that in the Bible. You're wrong then. You're wrong. And I really dislike those Christians because it's like, who are you?
But you see how those represent, and then there's people like me who would be like, nah, that's what's in there? I'm cool off of that.
But then I also feel like with that, then why don't we choose to look at look, that's in there, like the good half of it.
The bad ones are louder than the good ones.
But to you,
in general, like
I think it hits more some people because the wounds that haven't been healed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like two per person,
it's two per person. But I feel like, at the end of the day, literally God said like the word of God is a sword. It's meant to cut. It's meant to divide. Like it literally says like, families will be divided because not everyone's going to align. But the word of God is meant to cut. It's meant to hurt. But at the end of the day, it's a good cut. It's a good hurt. But it's going to hurt at first. Dang, like what? It says that? Damn, like, nah. Like, what? Like, no, like, I'm good. And I used to be one of those people. Now I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Even my lukewarm, now I'm good. I'm good. But the more I was like, dang, like, I'm not good. Dang, like... And I think it's the more you encounter him, like the more you sit with him, the more you really get to know who he is, it changes you within first. It's like you don't have to come clean. That's not how you take a shower. Like, come dirty, like, okay, I know I messed up. I know I'm a messed up person. God, I don't like that. I don't like what you say right there. But work in me, though.
It should be just like you and God.
Exactly. Work in me, though, to make me understand. Because I know at the end of the day, though, it's that too. Like, if you really believe, then you got to understand that. Or if not, then what God do you believe in? Yourself? The devil? Like, it's like you don't really believe then. You have fake faith. You have fake faith. You're like every other fake Christian. Or because, I pick and choose. Yep, I'll follow that. I'll post that Bible verse, but not the one before that, or not the one after.
Yeah.
But it's a work. It's a work though.
They pick and choose which ones they like.
They pick and choose, and it's like, no, you got to do the whole thing. But it's like, okay, God, help me work out this. I don't like that part. It's uneasy with me. I don't. Nope. But it's being truthful with God. Okay, I have faith in you, but help me work this out. And it's literally your faith, your salvation is a constant thing you're working out till literally the day we meet Him. It's a constant thing. He literally says endure till the end. Like, we gonna struggle. But it's like, okay, all right, that thing. Tomorrow, I need to be better. I need to try. But it's also you. Like, are you putting in that work? Like, it's not just a God is a genie. Like, okay, you're gonna make one day, I'm gonna understand. Mm-hmm. No, you gotta also put in the work. It's in anything. You put in the work in a business. You put in the work in the gym. It's as much as you do. He's gonna, okay, all right, I'll meet you right there, or even more. Okay, how much are you? It's It's literally a give of you, not just money, give of you of what really hurts, and I'm gonna give it to you right back. But it's literally a work in progress.
I feel like the hard part.
So it's sorry. It's so interesting to hear from you, right? Because like on paper or like just the facade, does it? Some people would be like, it don't match, but I like it. It's more relatable than, oh boy, they came and it was like talking. I didn't want to listen to a word he was saying, if I'm being honest.
It's not,
and I pushed back on purpose because.
And that's the thing. Like I always think there's a people too. Like there's God tells us to season it like with the salt, and we're meant to be salt of the world. You over season something or you don't.
It's
nasty. Ugh, I don't want it. Ugh. Literally with steak, anything. I'm like, no, I don't want it. Don't want it anymore. And it's like, no, you season it just enough, and it's like, all right. And that's how you also
everybody's taste buds are different,
and everyone's seeds grow differently as the way God waters them. We don't water, God waters. All we are is meant to be seed planters, planting seeds. God waters, and time the harvest. But it's also too, everyone tries to rush God's timing. Man, I'm not here. As long as I said what the Lord told me. The Lord told me to say. I don't have to live within that, and also blood won't be on my hands. Like I rather too. I just said that to someone recently. I'm like, nah, like. I feel very much in this timing, like God made me very cutthroat, but in a way where I could really say it in a loving way, which I really do, like, but I've experienced it where it's like, I'm gonna say what it is. Cause I have the conviction of, I can't lie to you. Like it's going to eat me up. And then I have to go through this healing thing. And then I have to go, nah, like I'm gonna say it. And I don't mean no offense to it. It's the way, you want to take it, but as a way, I'm gonna try to address it in the same way that I pray you take it, the way it should. But everyone likes to overseason it, tries to come in like harsher, and always like, bro, you just gotta relate to people, like just love.
Real.
Like if you really know what love is, God, if you really know God, you're gonna know how to deliver it to people the way they should, But you were gonna say something.
I forgot. I remember, but I forgot at the same time. No, it's okay.
That's good. But
We'll get there.
It's all a walk. It's all a walk.
Be like that.
It is.
I remember. What you were saying about the sword. I forgot exactly how you worded it. But I feel like that's the hard part for me right now. Not necessarily like, I think just ending things or ending either relationships, friendships, or even just lifestyles. I'll say it. I don't see it as anything major because I do just work there, and I don't necessarily like follow the
like guidelines or like
or like what it would be the trend of working in the industry of working at a bar. And I honestly, I work there because I need the extra money. And I enjoy it. Like, I love dancing. I love listening to music. I also love the fact that I don't have to wear bra underwear, like nothing crazy like that, right? Don't get me wrong. In the beginning, it was like, oh, she looks cute. Like, let me wear a little. But no, it didn't feel right to me, right? So then, with time, I'd be like, nah, like this. I'll wear leggings, bro. I don't care if I look like I'm the most covered up one.
Right.
Don't care. And that's me every Friday, Saturday. And then literally almost every Sunday, I was going to church. And I felt like I didn't necessarily want to post it because it's like, girl, you were just at a bar till 4 a.m, blah, blah, blah. But in my head, I'm like, well, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Like, I just worked there. And then I also love going to church. And I also love the fact that, I'm not tired Sunday mornings. Exactly. Which is crazy. Right. But it gets me up. But I'm stuck between okay, maybe I could just find another job that a server or something that just I'll get the extra money, but it doesn't require that. I don't know.
Being around that energy.
Yeah, being around that energy, because as much as I can fight it and know that it's not me, just being around it does get draining after a while. Or cada cosita convinces you, even if it's just one little shot so I can get them to shut up. Yeah. But I think that's just the hard part.
The one you're struggling with right now, wrestling with.
Yeah, the stronger part of me is ready to I know I can get out of it.
Yeah.
But then I just think back like, oh, well, I'm not doing anything bad, so it's okay. I can still stay in it. It's good money, blah, blah, blah.
And that goes back to what did the devil say to Eve? Did God really say that though? It's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the same thing where it's like what I see is literally your spirit fighting what your flesh wants. Yeah. And it's even if it's a little part. And it's the one that's clean on. It's like, but you're not doing anything bad. Isn't that how literally the enemy tries to get into all of us? Like,
I see where you're like, fuck, I'm not doing nothing bad. I'm literally just doing my job. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't align with like how you want to be, but
yet it's that where the enemy has you bound
because of the money, or
either it's just that the little part where it's like, oh, but like I'm not doing anything. Like I'm like not doing anything, but it's like, no, you're not doing anything bad. You're not, but it's still in a place, one, that if Jesus was here in this day, you know you wouldn't be in there. Mm-hmm. No, you wouldn't be in there. But also it's like how do I know that you have so much? This what you just said. I know I can. You just said you know you can. But yet why am I so bound to this though? And it gives you just like, okay, are you really then secure,
like trying to get out of it,
or not even that, like do you really trust in the Lord? Then it's very goes back to a trust part. And I think that like a lot of us, where I still in times like, dang, God tests me a lot in a trust area where it's like and I try to not build up but have an excuse in the end, like in the back, like, oh, but like yes, I trust him, like I know I can, but like I'm not doing it. Like it's like that battling. It's
like the people who are smoke a lot of weed are like, I can stop whatever I want. Like I just choose not to be, but I know I can.
But you're still staying. You're just still staying in that cycle.
And I was there too, because when I worked the nightlife, it was honestly like one of the hardest things for me to give up, because I enjoyed, like I like going out. I like hearing, literally, like I like being there, and I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing none of this stuff, but I was just around it too much where it was like it became a problem. One night, I was like, yeah, let's go, man. Because after the club, everybody gathers outside, and that's when like the real shit, like, is popping. It's like everybody's drunk, bumping into each other, right? I was like telling my homie, I was like, hey, let's dip, bro. Let's before it gets all messy here, let's go. We made it maybe like 2 blocks, and we heard a gunshot. Some girl got shot in the head on her 21st birthday by her boyfriend, and where she got shot, we were standing.
Oh, heck.
But I just felt uneasy. I was like, hey, yo, let's dip, bro. I feel like there's always something here.
Yeah, your spirit, yeah.
Let's just dip, bro. And like as we get to like the car, and we hear it, and then the next day we hear like, bro, some girl got shot in the head. Like her boyfriend pulled up, still had her 21 sash across her chest.
Damn.
I knew a guy that was standing directly behind her, and he got like missed from all the blood. Like,
and that's the things where it's like, man, yeah, and that's the hardest though, to get out of something where it's like, too, like you're not gonna lose though, like still like enjoying music or like dancing, but it's just the Lord will replace that with something better.
Yeah.
And like
and I feel it. Like, no, I'm not saying I'm giving myself grace. Al contrario, I think I'm loving God even more, knowing that like I'm trusting him more, and like even if I get out and I don't necessarily have a backup job yet, God knows if like
he always something else. I feel like you already are moving in the right where when you have your kids, you don't work the Friday.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like a good step. For instance, me, like I'll go out, but I'm gonna go home before 1. But it's just because it's like I want to get up early. I still want to do like I've gotten into like running on Sundays, so I'll go. I don't want to be like hurting or oversleep through this. So let me give myself a limit, and I'm constantly like looking at the clock like 12:30. I gotta go.
And honestly, it's that like it's all about like when we try to force ourselves to not like do it anymore, it becomes even harder and more like draining, because God's not there with you. Like you're trying to, I was trying to pull all these things away. Like, okay, bet, stop smoking. But it's like I found myself falling more and then being harder on myself. Where it's like God says no. Like the more you grow in Him, the desires become less and less and less.
Like slowly
become less and less. Like, okay, I'm gonna take this out one by one.
Yeah.
And it's baby steps to it though too. Where it's like, okay, this is it's growing. Like literally in what you're talking about. Like it's growing this and this. But there's still little things that's like, okay, that's holding. But the more you're growing in Him, the more you're loving Him, getting to know Him, the desire is gonna go away. Like as it goes, okay, literally, the more you pray about it and ask God, like, okay, like I need this, like plain and straight. Let me know. He's gonna tell you one way or the other. But también it takes time for him to literally give you that. All in God's timing. All in God's timing, not our own. But it's literally that your desires grow less. Mm-hmm. Like I know that too, where it's like I don't like I used to love, me too. I used to love dancing and everything, like, and I still do. But it's like now my desire is so less for it. Like I rather literally like pop that in my ears, like in the gym, and like be like like in the gym by myself, or like all together with my homegirls at the house, you know.
Yeah.
Even my desire to drink, and like I'll drink one mixed drink and I'm good. Like I feel great. Mm-hmm. But no, it's that your desires grow less and less. But it's the more you love him, like you start hating sin more. But it's a work. Like it's the more you work and draw, it's gonna draw you less of these things. Pero también like
without you really noticing too. Right?
Exactly, but it's that, do give yourself grace because you're working on it. You know, you're working on it. You're working towards it, and God sees you working towards that. But it's también like know where you're coming from. You know, where it's like my friends that I do have rarely, for instance, just like my cousin, she wanted to go out somewhere, and I'm like I don't like going out to this place. But I only went out to take care of my cousin. You know, I was like, okay, I was keeping my, like, I'm still raising the hood. Like, I keep my head on the swivel. Mm-hmm, like, I'm like looking around, you know. And I take one mixed drink, you know, I keep it on me, like, and, you know, we're at this club. I kid you not, for an hour, bro. I'm like, again, my spirit is just uneasy. And I'm telling her, like, hey, like, are you ready to go? She's like, girl, we just got here. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be in the car. Like, I can't be out here no more. Like, I can't, I'm gonna be in the car. She's like, well, we were just like having a vibe. And I was like, girl, like, yeah, we cool. The vibe was good. I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just me. Like, like, it just grows in you where it's like.
That's the hard part too, then your surroundings kind of like.
And that's why bad company corrupts good character, where it's like, okay, I also know, like, God also will tell you, like, all right, done. Like, you acting out too much. That's too, where it's like, you acting out too much. Like, the day of when we went out, I was like, it's getting too much. Like, I need to go. And it's that where it's like, the Lord says, flee from everything, from any sin, like, not just fornication, but like, free from anything that causes you to sin. Like, of course, free from that, but flee from everything. Like, you, especially when you can't, you're not there in self-control yet in that area. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go, or else it's going to cause me, because that's your flesh. Right. But it's a work in progress. Your desires will grow less and less the more you grow in Him. So give yourself grace.
Yeah, for sure. You're young. You still have a long way to go. So baby steps.
I don't know about that. That's something I take too. Like, yeah, we're young.
The whole using young as an excuse.
Not that we're young. We have a long way to go, man.
Yeah. I've
seen my friends' lives get taken like that, and it's sad. Where it's like, man, we don't have tomorrow. You never know.
Yeah. I know. I get that.
With your friend,
right? But at the same time, I have faith and believe in Leslie enough to think that she's headstrong. I don't think I would even have like continued this had she not been.
Yeah.
So like when I say like you're young, it's literally like to her.
Oh no, yeah.
Right.
No, like young in a way where you're young, you're still learning.
Yeah.
But it's more the second part you said where it's like, man, we don't have years.
No, I don't know when, because
you never know when. But it's that, give yourself grace where it's like, we are still young.
Yeah.
We're still young. Right. We're still learning, especially. You know, you're still new to the faith, which I'm still new to the faith. I'm barely about to be 2 years next month.
But like with her, it's like, had she been like somebody who's like struggles with substance, I would never say like, you're still young, bro. Fuck it, just do it.
Keep drinking, bitch.
Yeah. But
keep going.
In the time that I've known her, like I do just have faith that she's stronger and better than that.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, the other day we went to Target, and Kat likes to read books. Mm-hmm. She likes to read like storytelling, whatever, right?
Right.
So we we call it a wraparound. We go do the whole story.
Target.
She'll go to the book aisle, and there's usually not books I like there. So I'm just kind of like waiting for her. Mm-hmm. And this fucking book, bro, it just hit me in the face how bright orange it was. And I was like, what is this? And I grabbed it and I turned it around and I started reading about it. And it was like kind of faith-based. Mm-hmm. But it was the only one. Like, it wasn't a row of them.
It was the only one.
There was no other books around. It was just that one book.
It's like God walked over there and was like,
I grabbed it and I was like, and I always go, and I was
open
like,
it, see, yeah.
I smell bugs. Like, for some reason, I like the smell of paper. So I put it back.
I'm like, okay.
I put it back, and then I turned the corner, and there they are, the stack of them.
Oh.
So then I pick it up again. I was like, what the fuck is up with this? Why is it so bright and calling my name? I bought the book. It's faith-based. I would have never bought this kind of book before, but there's a line in there. It's about hurry, eliminating hurry. And there's a line that got stuck in me, and I just opened it. It says, when the devil can't get you to sin, he'll keep you busy.
Yeah, keep you distracted.
Keep you distracted.
He'll keep you distracted.
And then, like, damn, that like hit. And I was telling Kat that, and she's like, you're always doing something, bro. Like, sit the fuck down sometimes, because I'm always like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that.
Keeping yourself busy, like it like grows in you, and like the way we're kind of raised in this generation, like if you're not doing anything, you're lazy. Oh, if you're not doing anything, you're not using your time, like we do. And it's like, then
you get like idle hands, you know what I mean? Like, so.
And but at the same time, that makes us like idolize like work, or like, you know, we have to work to things.
Yeah, and that's my downfall.
And that becomes a big thing with like your walk with God. You think you got to work at something all the times, where it's like people will use that like, oh, well, faith without works, and then they're constantly working. But it's like, okay, but go back to what Jesus said to Martha with Mary. Like, you do all these things, even though it's pleasing, like, you know, you're doing it for God and like it's good, but yet I would rather you do what Mary does. And Mary would sit at the feet of Jesus and just listen to him, spend time with him. It's like, because he's like, all these things that you're doing, they're going to perish, but my word will last forever. And I'd rather you hear my words that will last than do all these things. And that was a hard one for me, because I'm like, especially in my resting season was when I wasn't working, I was like battling that. I was like, bro, I feel like I have to constantly, like, I feel like I'm wasting time. I'm not doing anything. But it brought up surface like a lot of trauma things. It's like I had to work for things. I had to work to perfect something. I had to work to get straight A's to impress my parents, and it brought a spirit of performance out of me. Oh, I gotta perform. Like I gotta do something. Like I work. Like if I don't work, then I'm this and this. But the Lord really healed that within me, where it's like, you forget like rest is good. You know, even if it takes days, weeks, like it's okay to not work, because I would rather you rest and sit with me. And then, okay, use the talents I've given you, multiply them, but don't outwork yourself. Yeah. Or else you're putting things above God, and now I'm not at the top.
B-Real, we just did his podcast. Shout out to B-Real. It's okay.
Go.
Don't make me cry right now, Lily. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna cut you off, Leslie. Why are you crying? I'm sorry. I feel convicted to ask that question. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'll be good.
Okay. That's something. That's
the hard part.
That's the hard part.
That's what I'm working on.
It's okay. That one TikTok though. It's okay to not be good. That wasn't good.
How she replied to you is usually her reply like, I'm chilling.
I know. I think my struggle is just learning how to talk about it. Not so much that like I want to cover it, or like I don't want to share, but my battle is that like I don't know how to talk or how to explain why I'm crying. I do know how. I'm struggling. Like I struggle to do that. But anyways, the reason why I just think I was like really relating or thinking about that, because my shit is that like workaholic, and if I'm not working, I'm doing something though. But I was subconsciously keeping myself so busy that now that I'm like trying to take a step back, and even that like trying to not work the second job, I guess like financially I'm gonna figure it out. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I just covered probably a whole year and a half of just being busy, that I'm barely trying to sit down with like what the fuck I actually went through from like childhood, but even from, you know, like from past relationship, whatever it is. So I was just relating to what you were saying, and it was just like giving me
like there's something that really hit me, where it's like I know what you mean, where it's like it's not that I can't like talk about or like speak it, it's hard for you to do,
and that's a trauma in itself.
It's trauma within itself, but it's like what I see is a lot of things have built up. It had built up, and you haven't had, with everything being busy like that, what he just said, the enemy will keep you distracted instead of sitting down, sitting with God and resting and healing those things. Or else it's gonna, like that, it's gonna pile up, and then one day, boom, explodes and everything. And I really feel that, where it's like, you're not gonna figure it out. God's gonna figure it out for you. You know, it's that where it's like, you know what, God, like, you feel it in you. You feel it in you. Okay, you know what? This job, I have to, you know, have to go away from it. But you just said it yourself, you haven't had really time for a year and a half because you're constantly doing something. And with that, we get distracted. The enemy keeps us distracted because of how much we're just in a hurry, where it's like, dang, I haven't really processed that. And then it builds up where it's moments like these. But I truly feel like the Lord's calling you to rest, you know, calling you to rest in this season, to really heal those inner things, so you are then able to not have moments like this where it's so built up, where I've had those moments where it's like, I don't know, it hits so hard, it hits and you're just crying, but your spirit too needs to cry, or else it's just built up. And with crying though, that's literally that, like, prayers is sometimes not even saying anything, it's just weeping. It's like, it's just weeping out because you have so much within, and if you don't weep, then you don't heal really. But I feel I feel like that a lot. Like, a lot of people too need more, like, it's okay, like, to you know, take time for yourself, but not just yourself and distracting yourself with other things, you know.
Yeah, like the opposite. Like literally remove yourself
from one thing to then put yourself in another, but just say, oh, it's nothing. No, like, a really hard one for me is to just sit there and do nothing, because I wasn't used to that. I'm like, how do I sit here and do nothing? But God's like, excuse me, perfectly. Sit here. And even if you can't read, put some worship music and just sit there. Just sit there. Just sit there. And in that moment, like, I was like, oh, well, I want to watch something. And God's like, okay, perfect. Put on The Chosen. Don't put it on anything else. No Netflix or nothing. Nope. Sit there and watch something. Watch The Chosen. Okay, you want to read? You want to do something? Don't pick up your phone. It was a moment I was fasting on my phone too. Don't pick up your phone. Read one scripture. Open the book and read one thing. Okay, bet.
And I'm trying for sure. Like, that's kind of what I've been on, girl. I don't read. I don't do none of that. I don't sit down and do nothing. But I've been trying. It's hard, but I like it. Bro. Like, especially with
I'm
getting there. Yeah,
especially with life. But it's like, I feel little things.
Before I would go to the gym, but before I would go, I would like read a chapter of a book. And all the books I have here, all of them are self-help. I don't read like stories, or they're all just like somehow to try to like better myself mentally. And I had stopped for a while because I got so busy doing other shit that, like, fuck, I gotta make this real before I go. And I would sit in my car and I'm sitting there like making it real instead of when I didn't have to do that, I was reading. So that's why I bought the book, because I was like, I should fall back into that. Yeah. And it just happens to be a faith-based book, where normally I would have been like, get that shit the fuck out of here. But I was trying to go
You're growing,
and again, I'm not that I was trying to ignore you. I just know how you like to like.
I just felt I did too, but I felt so convicted because I saw it in a podcast where it's like, where the person too was like, someone was crying, and it was a preacher actually like saying, and he was like, and he didn't say anything at first, and he's like, why are you crying? But it goes a lot deeper, because like it's moments like those where like
even that could have meant a lot.
Exactly, where it's like I don't even know, like I've literally have made myself where it's like, Lord, like whatever you want, like use me in any type of way. But it's that where it's like it's moments like these, you know, where it's like I was fighting. Like, personally, y'all don't know what I was fighting, but I was like, I'm not gonna ask her, because I know what that would feel.
Noticed it.
Yeah, I was like, I know what I'm gonna feel, and if it was me, don't look at me. Just keep going. Just keep
noticed
going.
it at first, but then she like turned in the light.
And I feel like if I looked away, it would have been more noticeable. But then he started talking, and I didn't want to stay looking this way. I know I was gonna get caught anyways.
Yeah, and it's that conviction on me though. Like, it's that too. Like, the more you grow, like the more you can't shake the feeling.
They're gonna be in the comments, Jonah, you're an asshole because you didn't stop that. You saw and didn't stop an ass.
I'm like,
y'all hate me anyways.
That's another thing.
Like, listen,
he has his experience, and I feel like a lot of times, and not just him, like in general, I feel like this is probably the first time that I really just continued to let the tears or even try to explain myself. But even when I talk about things, I just like, and just like keep it going.
But that's a trauma response. Yeah. You shake off the feeling like, oh, no, estoy bien. Like me, my Mexican household triggered that in me a lot, or dig that in me a lot. It's like, estás bien, ¿pa qué estás llorando? Like, whatever, shake it off. And I would be quick, but that's how I grew numb to my feelings. And that's where, honestly, I forgot about it later. And then it's like, oh, I don't remember that I cried literally today. I was like, oh, but it's that too, where it's like, that's an unhealthy habit though. Where it's like, no, like, I feel something. It's in a good way, but it's an unhealthy to yourself in a way.
I would try, like when I would notice it, when she would, like the trigger word for me is chilling. because I use that. If I say I'm chilling, it just means like I don't want to speak about it. Like, I'm just in a space, right? Like, and so she'll say like I'm chilling, and I voiced it to her like chilling for like I get it, but like if you need an ear, like I don't mind listening. So it's like but it's because I understand that word, that particular word.
Yeah, the chilling
myself.
Yeah, same.
So when I would ask, she'll be like, "I'm chilling." And I'm like, I get it. Like I understand it's probably something you just want to.
And that's why too. That's why I was like, if you would have been like, no, like for real, I would not push it on you. Because at the same time, I know, but I knew deep down, it's like, okay, like I need to at least.
I feel like I did that for a long time already. That like. Now where I'm at, okay, bitch, you have to answer it. Like you gotta just keep it going because you already tried. But only because I've caught myself that like, damn, you answer that all the time. Are you really chilling? Like, you know. So yeah that's why I let it out.
Yeah, where I'm like that.
Before I cry some more.
Someone knows that meme that I'm talking about, where it's like, girl, it's okay to not be okay. But in that, something that I had to do is like, no, you know what? I'm not chilling, bro. This is hitting me hard. Yeah. Like this is hitting me hard. But it's moments in like that too, where it's like, man, the Holy Spirit's in the room. Like you would have not felt that unless the Lord really touching you in some way. It's not me. Like at the end of the day, I'm just a freaking person with a mic. Like I'm nobody. Literally, it's that word. Like I'm nobody. I'm dirt. But the Lord, I know this. Literally, when two or more are gathered, like He is here in the presence. That's where I was like, no, like, and in my head, all I heard is like, ask her why. But it's that too, where it's like confessing, you will be forgiven and healed. It says. Or it says in the end of James, when you confess your sins to one another, literally, even not that, but like how you feel and everything, when you really confess things, like you will be healed. And not just physically, but like it's more internally, little by little things.
Yeah, I think with that, and it's crazy that it's today because I was just like, I have just kind of been reflecting on this for probably like a week, maybe a little bit more. But like with being on a platform like this and even just what we say, and I think I've said it, but not specifically, or I just kind of like sugarcoat it. Even the confession, sometimes I'm like, like that sounds, sometimes it's too draining, or like, or even just coming to have to talk and like say something about myself felt like, not that it was fake, but like I wasn't really telling them about myself, you know. Right. It's just like repetitive, or just like the bigger picture, right? Just sugarcoating everything. Right. But then like I did sit down and I'm like, damn, well, why can't I, or we, but I as in like myself, turn it into that, like exactly what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to heal. Like, and we haven't necessarily talked about it, but even today he did mention, he's like, we're going to skip out on the confessions. And I even told him, I was like, yeah, I think like I would appreciate that. And it doesn't have to necessarily continue that way, but I feel like I'm comfortable enough to use this platform as I heal and like show them that's literally how I'm healing. Yeah. And I'm not afraid or like uncomfortable with people seeing that. I think it's more just like knowing my business, right? Like that's
but at the end of the day, that too, no one's gonna really know you through these mics,
right?
Unless they're really doing life with you. And that's what really helped me, because I was like, at the end of the day, these are people behind the screens that don't really know me, you know.
We have the advantage as well as like the editing is done by like,
thankfully,
us,
you guys,
right? Yeah. It's a simple like cut that, or I'll even ask her like, you want me to leave that, cut that, like. I'm always gonna, this is a conversation actually I had with Kat, because in the beginning sometimes I would just pop out of my mouth like, I'll say shit for just to say shit because I think like, oh, that'd be funny, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the beginning. I wasn't considerate of like how she would feel or how that would make her look or whatever. Where it's been a long time now, but I am very considerate of. Let me watch what I say, or at least. When I'm editing, let me take that out.
Yeah.
Not because of me, because I'm not embarrassed of anything I've done or said. I just don't want other people to be looked at or thought of
in that way.
Just because of something that I'm sharing. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to editing, like I'll text her sometimes. Yeah. Lately, there hasn't been much, but in the beginning I'd be like, hey, yo, you want me to leave this in? You want me to cut it out? I will never do anything to make anybody look bad. In the notes that I would send guests, it says like, if you want something cut out, please let me know.
Yeah,
I don't mind. Like I'm not gonna hear to ever embarrass anybody.
Yeah. But I love how you never send me those, because you know I'm like, nah, send it, do it all. Like I was like, I'm real wrong, cut straight.
No, and it's like, appreciated, but sometimes some shit gets shared. You're like, oh, I don't need that out there.
Yeah, like I'm such a real person though. Yeah, you can hear now.
I think back then I was just like, oh, cut that because I was worried about saving other people's
what other people would think
image. That
other people's image.
But even now, when you're like in this space of like, right, like
whatever,
you're not thinking that way anymore. I still go in there and take things out because from like an outside.
No. There is things where it's like out of pocket shit. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is like at the point where I'm at now, I'm no longer afraid of that because that is my testimony. Like I'm not talking shit. I'm not trying to bash anyone. It really is just my story, and that's something that I want to share. Mm-hmm. Not like it's not to like, oh my gosh, let me explain myself so you guys can finally see like why I am the way I am, whatever. No, like I feel like that is the reason why I want to be on social media, right? And like that's kind of my goal, I guess. Like I just want to inspire, and I want people to see that, you know, we're all human, we all go through shit, and if you can relate XYZ or like help me out, like send me a piece of advice or like
grow, like
maybe something I said is gonna help you. So but I was trying to find how am I gonna do that though if I'm like not trying to say too much or like, you know,
that you're watching what you're saying
exactly
all the time.
Or like, you know, our maybe our podcast like is just based on this, like I don't want to then turn it into that, but it's just it's just kind of like
in a little
what I'm trying to find little by little.
And that's the thing where it's like it's really that, man, watch controlling your tongue. That's something God really tells us to say. Watch what you say. The tongue is untamable. But it's like, but that's why you have to continuously watch what you say. Watch what comes out of your mouth. At the same, literally everything what I'm just saying right now is for like James 3, 4, and 5. Where it's like control what you say, because out of it comes cursing or blessing. And which one are you gonna pick?
There's a rap lyric. I don't know why.
There's a rap lyric. Let me tell you.
So all right, I'll get to that. Anyways, it says, "Death is upon the tongue. Talk about death enough, death will come." And it just stuck with me. So it goes to like, if you keep thinking or saying things, like you're gonna manifest them. But obviously, that's the negative side, right? But I had shared these 2 songs with Leslie, and they're DMX. He's a rest in peace. He was a rapper, but he had a lot of prayers and God related raps.
Right.
He wasn't a Christian rapper by no means, but he had some songs that were faith based.
Right.
And she was like, whoa, right? But to me, they resonate so much to where the stuff I hear at church, in one ear and out the other, like even bored at times, even to the point where I show up after. Like I don't want to hear it. Like, but I can listen to his and feel things and like cry and like sit in it because his delivery, his choice of words just sit better with me.
But is it what comes out of the Bible though?
Yes. So everything's like he was big on faith, and his prayers are like deep, but he's just not following the traditional of like, I'm not going to cuss. He's like, I'm going to.
In some ways. Yeah. I think, like I said,
his delivery is different.
The delivery is different because it's something, like I said, it's really, like I tell anyone, any church you try to tell, like that you make home, like it has to be also like a church you feel like it's really home. Where someone told me to be aware of this, so it's be aware when you're only hearing preachers that are gonna feed what you want to hear. Where it's like, okay, like where I'm saying, you know, it's not like bad, like, you know, but it's like, okay, but no, going back to that where it's like, you know, be aware, but a preacher I really like that delivers in a way that I know I'm gonna receive is a pastor I watch called his name is Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, where his address, it's 2819 Church, where his address and the way he addresses things in his tone, where it's the way I'm gonna hear it, because it's like, no, it's serious. I need it like this ain't nothing to play around with, and that's the way he addresses literally the word of God, because he takes it very serious. But he was raised in New York City, so it's like a different tone, you know. Yeah. But it's like that where it's like, okay, I'm not feeding off of because it's someone I want to hear that's but it's the tone, like the tone and the way it's coming. That's something I'm a grasp, because that's the way I grew up too. I grew up in the hood where it's like, you know, the delivery of it.
Like he has a song called Damien, and there's 2 of them, but it's pretty much he's like making friends with the devil, but he doesn't know it's the devil. The devil's promising him all these things. He's like, yeah, all right, fuck it, you my man then, right? But then he starts to realize, like, wait a minute, you're not doing nothing for me. You're just, if anything, you're causing me harm. And so those songs, while they're not like your traditional, you know.
No, yeah, but it's songs that are like.
It's like stories that
testimonies that
I
you
can listen to
and
not relate to, but like, you know, take in and be like, oh, okay, like the lessons, you know what I mean? It's
the lessons, yeah.
I had anybody can be taught anything. It's just how you teach them. You have to make it relatable to them. Like,
the whole point of literally talking about your testimony, make them relatable, like season it with what you've gone through your testimony, not just everyone else's or like everything too. And that's what I was actually going to say about you, where it's like everyone's going to think whatever they want to think on the internet, but at the same time, like what could be dirt to everyone else or gossip to everyone is your testimony.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even I don't even mind. I don't even want you to cut any of the part of this part. Like, I'm at that point where it doesn't bother me because it's my testimony. You can throw the dirt, say whatever. I'm not tripping.
At the end of the day, exactly.
Yeah, and I want it to be.
And at the end of the day, you're not here to please men.
Right.
You're literally here just trying to do better for God. And at the end of the day, like, I don't fear that. Something my parents say me saying, I was like, man, I don't fear nobody. I only fear God. And they be looking at me crazy because, you know, they believe, but they don't really. I'm like, no, man, like, I don't fear none of y'all. Like, nobody. Like, what are y'all gonna do? Like, to me, I'd rather fear the one that could do something to me, could take my life away like this.
That's
like,
you were raised, you said?
I was raised Catholic.
No, like that whole like don't be afraid of anybody but God and shit.
No, that's me. That's me. My parents are more like, you should be afraid of some things or something. And I'm like, no, because that's how the enemy gets you. Like, it takes you. It creeps you in the little things. It's good to be aware,
but understand that danger is a real thing.
Understand the dangers, of course, but I think that's a different thing. You know, it's good to be aware. It's good to know things. You know, like I said, I keep my head on the swivel all the time, though. But I don't now perform or come out of a place of fear. It's more of like, oh, I have faith, but I know I'm God says to be wise, though. I'm gonna be wise though, and not be a fool. You know, nice thing is that knowing how to be wise and not a fool.
So that, like, for me, it's like, if I'm gonna accept and like believe that God exists, right? Then I have to know and believe and accept that the negative exists. So that's why I'm always like, you know, looking for spider webs. Because while yes, I have faith I won't walk into one, I understand that there's somebody out there making spider webs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the devil's real. If I'm gonna acknowledge God is real, I have to acknowledge the devil's real, because it has to be the counterpart. I
think the acknowledging is like valid. I just think what you choose to like pay attention to more, or like be aware of more. Follow more God's goodness, you know, rather than like the negative. Like, my faith at the end of the day falls into like his. Of course,
where like I've said before, like I could watch a scary movie and sleep, or be somewhere and they'll be like, oh, there's a ghost and shit. It's like, okay, well, if that exists, then I know God exists, and I know that He has my back. So I'll be fine. Covered, protected, always by the blood. So, but it's that. So that, like, I understand, but I understand that then I'm protected as well. Then
it's that where it's like you know, but it has yet where it goes back to that everyone knows, but I think no one truly changes or really gets like the way people are like, you won't understand people that are really in love with Jesus because you haven't had an encounter yet. That will change. Like,
and I doubt the encounters, bro. Like, that's my trust issue. And when I hear that, I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
but that's the thing. If you doubt something, whether it's something even in the Bible, then the enemy's gonna hinder that part in you. Yeah, no. And that's until like you're like, you know what, God, like, you got to do it in a way where it's like, God, speak to me in the way you know is gonna hit me. Like, through DMX. It's gonna hit me.
Hey, DMX might come out with a song next week. It's called Jona, and
it's gonna be like,
we don't know.
Jesus came for Jona, exactly. Just that. But it's that where it's like, man, it's gonna be in the most, God forbid, it's in the most, you know, rock bottom way, because that's literally the way I encounter him in every type of way all the time. But it's like, it takes like a true like, whoa, like, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. You can't unfeel it, and you see it more when it transforms your life. It's like, all right, I can't unsee this. Like, I prayed for those three things you're gonna tell me. Nah, like, it's that. But it's like, okay, now are you just now not wanting to see, or like you're having doubts, or it's like, oh, maybe this is just a coincidence. Now it's that. Are you now being the one to deceive yourself?
But that goes both ways. Like, for instance, I know we've all seen it where like a baby is 3 days old and they make a sound and the mom's like, the baby said mama. And it's like, they don't even know that word exists. you want to hear. If you listen to it long enough, you'll be like, that baby said mama. I know that baby said mama, right? So that you got to be careful with like, are you looking for it? Like, are you like building this and it never happened? As far as like that, like that moment you're talking about, like, are you looking for it? Are you sure? Or are you just, do you want it so bad that you're going to just say, yeah, that was the moment and it wasn't?
Okay. I see what you're meaning.
Like
there,
trying to identify like the real moment, or is it you just like looking, or like me, like I'm always like, unfortunately looking for spider webs, like I'm going to find them because I'm looking for them all the time.
That's the whole thing though in the Bible. Seek and you shall find. So it's like, I have to look for him in these things. Like I have to wrestle. No, God, like I won't leave here until I encounter you in such a way. It's seek and you shall find. Ask and you will receive. Knock and the door will be open to you. So it's, you have to do these things, but it's not to a point where it's like, okay, I'm seeking just this, so just this has to happen. That's where that part of what you're talking about. It's like, no,
it's like when
I'm
you go to
seeking
church,
just him,
and like
you just want to hear one.
It's so relatable because you want it to be.
You want it to be so, and that's a different.
You want to feel like he's speaking to me, but then the balance for me is just like, is that really what happened, or am I like?
Are you just where it's like,
where
are you? It's more of that where it's like, are you seeking your desires, or are you seeking him?
Real desire, yeah.
And it's that where it's like, and it's that your desires are not it. It's, you have to seek him, not in things he can do for me or what I need. No, it's what you really need. It's him. It's always him. It's not us. It's him.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, at the end of the day, that's it. When we take ourselves out the picture, it's literally just him though. And that's it. Seek first the kingdom of God, and then all things would be added onto you. So it's literally him, just keeping our eyes on him.
How you were talking about like the confessions, they get too much. They do get like a little bit like
your
one like repetitive
toxic.
Or
I was like, your stuff's so toxic. No offense, you guys.
Right.
But it be in that and that too though, that affects your soul.
All right. I didn't want to do it because the real reason I didn't want to do it was I wanted to have this conversation, but I wanted to have an episode where that is not all we do. Because a lot of people do think that like, oh, you guys are the Chisme podcast, and at first I was like, whatever, like go tune in, and to just the other day we're like, but if you listen to the first half, it's not
like the first half is probably the best part for
like
me.
The first part is like us being real and like talking like about real life shit, like disagreeing, whatever, because we come from two different point of views. But so much of it is because I only post those clips. Unfortunately, those are the clips that people like, right? Or those are the clips that get the views and likes and shit.
But that's the thing that too. Are you now just only doing it for the posts and likes?
So then, purposely, I was like, no, this will be a different. I kind of want to get away from it.
Yeah.
Like I've slowly done things to change who I am. Like just going out and staying out till 12:30. That's huge. I was a 5 a.m. or like random kitchen type shit. Now like I want to wake up and go run in the morning. I'm gonna get home at a good time so I can still do what I want to do because I'm an early bird.
Right.
And so like removing the confessions. So now I'm gonna show you I can still be who we are without it.
Yeah. Because it shouldn't revolve around one.
Because the conversations here are real and authentic, and
I think
you cannot deny it because
it's us.
There's moments when we're actually like not yelling at each other, but we're like passionately disagreeing, right?
Yeah.
It's the door we open.
It's the door you open too. The door you
open.
Like,
they're like, okay. But with it came negativity. People shooting at Leslie. People shooting at me. People shooting at both of us. People shooting at like what we do. And it's like, okay, hello. We just wanted to know if, like,
I would have been like,
is your relationship okay though?
I'd been like, I seen what y'all said about me, and this is my podcast, so I ain't gonna say nothing. All right, we see what you said. Anyways,
moving on,
But it's that where it's like that. Don't let it get to the likes and stuff. At the end of the day, post what you're real at.
Yeah.
God will bring in the people who really need to hear these things.
Well, there's 3 views, 3 likes.
You gonna still keep going, and one day it's go boom, and it's gonna be like exactly what you would want your podcast to be. At the end of the day, though, I'm just here.
At the end of the day,
really just spread, speak the word,
and I love
spread
that.
the love
We
of
needed
Christ.
That. We love it.
Just try to spread the love of Christ.
Hell yeah!
Even though,
hell yeah!
We had to throw it in there.
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
Should we end it real quick?
Yeah.
Bye.
Mic drop.
Adios.
No, yeah.
But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if y'all like this episode. Let us know what's up.
And give your life to Christ, you guys.
If you didn't, sorry.
If you didn't, you don't have to get out, bro.
Pray on it, you guys.
Just sit back and watch. You can have your opinions, and maybe one day you'll join us.
You know, it's never too late. You're not too far gone. God still loves you.
We love you.
Till next time.
God loves you. Bye. Peace.
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jona, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.